Man, Paul from SPB. What? What? What is that? What? How did that happen? Okay, this opening, as expected, was a London. I mean, the man got the Black King to D3 by playing a London? Man, I gotta start playing London more. Okay, so, like, standard. Sacrifices a pawn. Okay, so since the knight took this journey, this pawn should have disappeared. I guess that's a Chess.com bug. Oh, and he king hunted him to the other side of the board. What is that? Why is king on D3? I don't like this. Welcome to the finals of the Arena King Streamer Championship Season 3. Today is a 10-player round robin event. Alright. Got all the players now. We are following all the players. Tournament, or rather, the round robin is going to begin. Hey, Simon says, first one in the chat. How are you? How is everybody doing today? Very exciting times here in chess. This is essentially the last big event on Chess.com for the year 2018. The game on the screen is obviously not the game that we're going to be looking at today. And some games have already begun. So we are going to jump straight into a game here. Penguin GM1 versus Vlad Dobrov. Hey, Chesbey. Welcome, my friends. All right, so if we have any questions as to how the format works or any of those great things, I will happily answer them. A very aggressive system here by Dobrov to get things started. Andrew Tang going for h4, allowing the doubling of his g-pawns, but kind of arguing that the kingside structure is relatively bad for black as well. g3 is weak, but you can defend that with moves like knight to e2. Got it. No worries. As more folks start coming in, all questions will be answered. So, there are 10 players in this round robin, obviously, and there is a seeding. And as long as you are the higher of the two seeds, you will receive the white pieces in the 5-minute portion as well as the bullet portion. So Andrew Tang is a higher seed than Dobrov. Dobrov is actually the 9th out of 10 seeds. That's Vlad Dobrov. And he will actually have the double black seeding in almost every match, except when he plays Chessically Inclined. Chessically Inclined will have the black pieces 2 times. So, hope that is clear. Hope it makes sense. Wow, rook f1 here by Andrew. Not afraid, of course. If Dobrov here moves the knight, then that's going to be that. There's going to be mate. I don't think we're going to get that kind of victory. Why don't we jump to Blitzstream and Lenderman? So, they started out with a French, Tarash defense, then Lenderman going for a sideline here, trading off the light-squared bishop instantly. I think Lenderman here is not too thrilled from the opening, but he does have some pressure on the c3 pawn. And White can kind of solidify here and try to potentially go on an attack on this side of the board. You cannot find the room of the event because it isn't a tournament. This is a 10-player round-robin system, everybody. So relatively straightforward system. These are the pairings for the first round. Tang has White against Dobrov, Bordi Lenderman. Meier is playing Chessically inclined. So, in fact, we already have one decisive result. Georg Meier has defeated Chessically inclined in 18 moves. Wow. So now that's, wow, that was blistering pace. Georg Meier establishing true dominance here. 1 seed beating the 10 seed. Playing a very simple Catalan structure and just in dominant fashion here. I mean, wow. He won here. What happened? Just queen c7. Chessically inclined just blundering b5, and after b5 position is already lost. The black knight has to go back to b8, and after queen c7, black is simply in zugzwang, and you're going to be losing all your pieces. Wow. What a win. Krikor has defeated Paul from St. Petersburg. Wow, we're getting some 16-move wins here. Krikor winning with White in a Najdorf. I mean, taking just theory to a new level here. This this h5 move is very weird. I don't think this is actual. I think this might have been just a blunder. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Bishop b7. Paul from St. Petersburg probably. Oh, wow, yeah. That's unbelievable. Knight takes d5, knight takes. That's such a... Did he just miscalculate bishop takes c7? Did he think that, like, bishop b7, queen takes b7, bishop takes g5? Excuse me, bishop takes g5? I don't know, but wow. Wow, wow, wow. Just an ASAP win. How are Narrow and Hammer doing? Hold on a second. Wait. Are my eyes deceiving me? White could not have castled queenside here and won the rook, right? Because that would have been a check. Surely the king must have moved already. So the two of these gentlemen played a Rue Lopez. I don't see a... Okay, yeah. Okay, that makes perfect sense. So it looked like White had... White castled early, but obtained the castling position again. And I was a little bit confused as to why queenside castle wasn't played. But it looks as though... It looks as though... I'm actually not so sure. I mean, White actually... Oh! Narrow has blundered a pawn. Bishop takes c4. King takes rook e2. I was going to say, black seems to have the advantage. But, wow. What a move. Bishop b1. Unbelievable move. And a2 is falling. If he plays... Okay, f6 is very nice. Excuse me, f6. Did I say f6 or a6? I'm not even sure. So wow, it looks like Hammer is going to be the winner. At least that's what it looks like at the moment. If bishop takes a2, bishop takes b3, bishop takes c4. It's just easy peasy. Bishop here, you can't even play bishop here because of rook takes b3. Wow, if Hammer beats Naroditsky with the black pieces, that's incredibly impressive. Very, very impressive. But he opts to trade, plays rook f2, and he's going to go after the f5 pawn. Yeah, just up 2 clean pawns. Very simple. Probably deciding whether to give a check or play rook d4. I'm not so sure what Hammer is really pondering about. I guess he's deciding which way to advance. If king e6, then the rook comes back. One of these two. Yeah, I mean, very easy. In the meantime, Penguin has defeated Dobrov, so Penguin gets a point now. Good win. Just a quick clarification for everyone, if you're just joining, remember, this is the finals of the Arena King Streamer Championship. It's a 10-player round robin. So, what that means is, everybody plays everybody based on seeding. Yeah, Hammer's just up 3 pawns here. Very easy. And the scoreboard up above will filter itself and sort itself and update, not quite automatically, but automatically on your screens. Wow. Wow, and Hammer gets a W as well. Hammer wins with black. And so far, every other board has had a winner with the white pieces here. Here we're seeing Lenderman try to grind down in a rook endgame against Blitzstream. And remember that all games start at the same time. And we'll take a 3-minute break after round 3, as per request of the players. Excuse me, we'll take a 3-minute break after round 5, as per request of the players. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, Lenderman is probably going to get this one. It looks very difficult here for White to make any sort of progress. I think now the key thing is Lenderman has to... Okay, well, yeah, I mean, that's very easy. He has the opposition, and he's just going to win. Today we announced the winner. Yes, now the pawn is just a decoy. The king, in the meantime, runs over, takes all these, and yeah. And that's easy. And as Hikaru Nakamura says in his streams, that's all she wrote. And now we wait, and we've got 5 people who win. Remember now, the colors switch always in the second game of every mini-match. So again, we now move on to the 3-minute portion of the round robin. The same exact players, they just flip the colors. So now Dobrov and Penguin GM1 playing their 3-minute. Dobrov with the white pieces. So pretty standard QGD. All right, so this is I mean, I don't quite understand. I don't quite understand the approach here. From Dobrov, but I guess he just wants a simple position. The problem for everybody in this event is that Andrew Tang, Daniel Naroditsky, and arguably Georg Meier are fantastic bullet players. Hammer as well. So I would say half the field is extremely good at bullet. I mean, extremely good. FB3 Triple I, thank you for subscribing with a tier 1 sub. Any and all donations to the channel, of course, go to the prize funds and the players. And one thing that I will say, if you use the command chat !charity, starting today for, I believe, the next 10 to 15 days, I believe it might be a 2-week event on Twitch, as long as you cheer in the channel using hashtag charity, Twitch will match your bit cheer, not match it, but will take your bit cheer and give 20% of their own to a charity. It's an amazing event. Twitch does this every December. Whoever you are cheering to does keep the doesn't matter which of the channel that you cheer to, they still get their share, and Twitch on top of that will take 20% of the bit share and we'll give that to a charity. Awesome event. Just make sure you use hashtag charity. It's the only thing that they request. Hikaru is not playing as he is playing the London Chess Classic. Let's move around as the games get heated up. What do we have going on over here? I don't know what on earth this is. Why is there a bishop on e5? Narrow lost with the white pieces, so he's looking to win this one. Hikaru got left behind. He's playing very, very aggressive chess here to try to take revenge on Hammer. Hammer is down a minute, though, so he obviously doesn't like his position. How is Chessically Inclined doing in his battle against the top seed? Actually looks relatively promising. I quite like this position. But Georg is getting there. I mean, he's gonna start trading, mobilizing in the center. The bishops are gonna start coming down the board. What do we have in this game? Again, another very even match here. Both sides at 90 seconds. And a pretty complicated position. Equal material. The 3-minute and 1-minute portions will be fascinating. It's going to be a fascinating turn of events, what happens in the 3-minute and bullet. Of course, if I had to make a bet, I would say that today Andrew Tang goes 9-0 in his bullet games, because the only challenge to him, arguably, is Naroditsky, and if I have to bet on one game, I am always going to bet on Tang. So let's keep moving around. There has not been a decisive game yet. The Blitzstream Tactico. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Queen e6. Oh, that might win move of the day. Oh my goodness! Whoa, what a move! That's brilliant. The idea here is that on pawn takes, you have bishop takes and its mate. Blitzstream plays rook f8, and we're going to get Anastasia's mate. We're getting a puzzle rush. That was incredible. I think this move wins move of the event. I don't think we will find a nicer one than this. Queen e6, rook f8, and now a brilliant puzzle rush exercise with queen h3. That's completely amazing. And he wins. Dobrov, meanwhile, has gotten revenge on Tang. Nice. That's brilliant. And now we await the conclusion of this game. Yeah, Chessically Inclined, unfortunately, simply flagged here. Yeah, just doesn't have enough time. So right now the standings are Lenderman with 2, Krikor with 2. There we go. This is what we were looking for. Let's stick with Penguin. Of course, in Bullet, we don't have too many games that we can focus on. So we'll do our very best. It looks like Hammer and Naroditsky played to 1-1, and the Bullet will decide. Krikor and Lenderman and Georg Meier up 2-0. Chessically Inclined and Paul from St. Petersburg. Paul from St. Petersburg was actually the 3rd seed, which is crazy. Rook takes h4. Wow, what a move. What a move. Andrew Tang has lost the queen. Unbelievable. Queen f4. And I take back everything that I just said about Andrew Tang. I take back everything. I said Andrew Tang was going to sweep today, 9-0. And, Queen h1 is mate. Wow, unbelievable. Dobrov beats Andrew Tang faster than any other bullet game gets to finish. Krikor here, grinding down. What do we have? Lenderman sweeps Blitzstream 3-0. Georg Meier sweeps Chessically Inclined. Krikor putting the grind. Yeah, this is H7, G6, Rook G8, easy peasy. Krikor really doing well. And here's another time scramble. It looks like oh, that's Daniel with the white pieces. He's gonna win this one. Unless we see a stalemate. We don't see a stalemate. Alright. The first round is over. We've got Lenderman, Meier with 3 points. Very nice. Dobrov coming back was incredible. I mean, to beat yeah, that's unbelievable. To beat Andrew Tang like that, it's wild. Next round is in 30 seconds. Wow, that was quick. Let's go. Let's keep it rolling. 20 minutes. First round is over. We await the next game. 30 seconds. Next round, we have Krikor. GM Krikor against Penguin GM1. GM JLH versus Chessically Inclined. Naroditsky versus Lenderman. So let's go to Krikor and Penguin. We've got to honor Krikor as he's atop of the leaderboard with 2.5 points. Wait, Krikor drew! What? Wow, I didn't... Ooh. Sorry, I thought Krikor swept. Queen e6 was a brilliant move. Fantastic move. Ah, Santa hat. That's awesome. That's an amazing emote, Goonie. Brilliant. Santa hat emote. Okay, let's keep jumping around here. What is Georg Meier up to? Let me see. Georg Meier played knight f3, g3, bishop g2 in castles, just like in Georg Meier's style. We're not going to look at his game anymore. Whoa, this is the type of stuff that I like. Knight e2 Sicilian. Okay. And now we're here. This is the type of chess that I like. I mean... What is going on in this stream? That's a great question. It's one of the greatest questions we can be asked today. What you are watching is the culmination of Season 2 on Chess.com, Arena Kings Streamer Championship, where we have some of the best chess talents in the world competing in a 10-player round robin. Round robin is a very simple term. It sounds potentially very complicated. Round robin simply means that you play everyone at least once. What they're doing is they're playing mini matches against each other. So I'm playing, let's say right now we have Paul from SPB playing Vlad Dobrov. They play 3 games against each other, one with 5 minutes per side, then with 3 minutes, then with 1 minute. So blitz and bullet, and then they keep on rolling. And so today, whoever wins will be crowned the champion of Arena Kings Season 2. Furthermore, one thing that I should share is that because this is a season-long event, you can gain points every single week that culminate in a prize fund. And you see that on the 3rd column, that's the points leaderboard. And the points leaderboard will determine extra prizes. Whoever wins today gets the rightmost column, but today is the points leaderboard, it includes the points leaderboard as well. So all the prizes will be announced. Please do not worry. And yeah, enjoy the chess. We have no decisive results yet. This is the 2nd round of the round robin. So if you are just coming in from the Chess.com, excuse me, not the Chess.com homepage, but the Twitch homepage, that's what we're doing. We're playing chess. It's relatively high stakes. It's about as high stakes as chess gets on the internet. So. And one other thing is that we have international players in this event. We've got folks from the United States, from Germany, from Norway, from France, from Russia, and Krikor is from Brazil, and these people are getting front page time in their Twitch International homepage, which is amazing. Like Kevin Bordi right now is at 1,300 viewers. Krikor is at 1,200 viewers. So it gets so many more eyes on chess. It's so exciting. It's a great time right now to be a chess fan. Let's actually go to a game where we have 2 international players. I'm gonna jump over here. Georg Meier with the white pieces here from Germany. Whether he actually is still there is another question, but plays for the German national team. Blitzstream, a French player. Streamer, very good at blitz and bullet, fast chess and the like. But here Georg Meier is going to grind him down. He's got what's called a majority on this side of the board with 2 pawns versus 1, and slowly but surely as the pieces dwindle, these 2 pawns will prove to be decisive. And of course decisive simply meaning that nobody's going to get checkmated, but one of the pawns will promote to a queen, and it's bad to be down a queen in chess. I hope this is beneficial. See if this was like a tournament, a live show, you know, like OTB style. That promotion though, Pog, what's up, Harstar? Yes, that's exactly Georg Meier's style. Georg Meier, if I compared any animal to Georg Meier to any animal, it would be the snake that constricts. So a boa constrictor. I'm not very. I don't know my reptiles. But look at this. Blitzstream is not satisfied, and he's pushing forward with this pawn, creating his own. Georg swaps, and now is looking to pick up a pawn. Maybe he'll play queen e4 here. That's a nice move. The idea being that you pin the pawn. Okay, that's a move. But what about just pawn takes? Who is Tom Keen? I have never heard this before. But yes, I've heard plenty of doppelgangers. All right, every player so far is under 2 minutes. All the games are still going. Is Chessically Inclined? Some players have 0 points. Chessically Inclined and Blitzstream were swept in the first round. They have no points. Are they making any sort of comeback? Chessically Inclined at the moment down a pawn. This does not look promising at all. Hammer makes a nice move, rook c5. If takes, pawn takes, and another pawn is in danger of promoting. All right, we have our first player under a minute. I see Paul from St. Petersburg. This is a Russian matchup. Trying to play... Oh, wait, what? Bishop h3. He just walked straight into it, I think. Am I going crazy? What, queen f3? I don't understand. I mean, it didn't... What am I... What? This doesn't make any sense. He just had a very simple move winning material. But okay, he didn't play it. Now he's going to have to defend d3. This is also under attack. And we'll see how Paul from St. Petersburg handled this. Dobrov had a very good first round. But the thing is that in this event, pretty much anybody can beat anybody. And, Looneyhead, if you cheer in the channel, anybody who is hosting the Arena Kings in Season 3 and in Season 2, whoever is the host, as long as you cheer, it will go directly to the host, donos as well. However, I will also throw in this, that today, Twitch started their charity event, so if you cheer bits to this channel, please include #charity, and Twitch will take 20%. Yeah, wow, there's the win. There's the win. I think, yeah. Black simply resigns. So, wow. That's, Paul from St. Petersburg gets a win at last, knocking off Dobrov, and oh my goodness, what is going on in this position? I mean, this is crazy. How do you calculate this with 20 seconds on the clock? Who is even winning? Is it Black? Black is up an exchange. Whoa. Wait, but then queen e5. Wow, what a move. Penguin at 11 seconds. This is by far the most exciting game of the round. Okay, let's see if Penguin can win this. Penguin's got... Oh. Krikor's just going nuts, hanging all his pieces. Penguin, 7 seconds. That's basically the... Oh, my goodness. He is just too quick. He's going for the mate. Bishop f6, rook d6. That's what he wants. Knight e5, rook d6 is mate. Knight e5, rook... It's mate. It's mate in 1. Wow, Penguin wins. Let's move on to another game. Here's a game. Oh, 0. Lenderman is the loser. Chessically Inclined has beaten Hammer. Chessically Inclined gets a win. And it looks like Blitzstream is winning this position if he can kick this knight out. Can he kick the knight? Oh, knight b3. Wait, but then a2. Knight b3 and a2. And he's winning. But he doesn't have enough time. That's the problem. He doesn't have enough time. I highly doubt he's going to win this one. I think Georg Meier gets away with the flag there. But, yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. Georg Meier survives. That's a draw. And, oh my goodness. 15-second break for the players. Whew. Wow. Okay. Scores will be updated momentarily. And remember, this is round 2, but there are 4 games already played. Georg Meier at the moment with 3.5 points. Lenderman and Narrow with 3. Andrew Tang is incredibly powerful. Incredibly powerful. The most intriguing matchups of the round, we have Mkhitaryan and Tang. So Krikor and Tang combined for 4.5 points. But we also have Narrow and Lenderman. Narrow and Lenderman are playing, and I think we should honor them because right now they are really battling it out. Hey! Thank you for the cheer. Oh, my apologies. The alert box is behind. My sincere apologies. Wow. Wow, that's incredible. And also Twitch drops an alert that says $11.9 thousand so far has been raised for direct relief. 15 more days. That's amazing. This is a tremendous, just completely tremendous initiative by Twitch. It's great. Unbelievable. And yeah, that's wow. Can't say enough. Just remember, friends, that if you are cheering, it has to be one word. Cheer followed by the number. The charity event is definitely one of the coolest things that Twitch does. I mean, there's a lot, but this is definitely up there. All right. What else have we got going on? This game looks like it's just headed for equality. Symmetrical structure. Bishop versus knight. Of course, if anybody is better, it's black. So if you run out of time and have winning material, it's ruled to draw. If you run out of time, yes. As long as your opponent doesn't have sufficient checkmating material. So, thank you, NJ Greg. Thank you. Wow, that's actually amazing. So, in the 30 seconds between the two 100-bit cheers, an extra $27 was raised from Twitch. That's amazing. So the reason that black is better in this position is that this knight on e4 has what's called an outpost, meaning it's a square that the knight camps on and it can't be kicked out. There's no pawns that can kick it out, and the rook can't because it's protected by a pawn. So, very unfortunate situation here for Lenderman as he's going to try to suffer and battle this one out. Narrow also has control of a very important open file. This rook can't really get in. Chesbay, thank you for the 300 bits. Also, another thing that you get, I believe that if you cheer 500 bits, you get to unlock a custom charity chat badge. You can see that chat badge in the settings tab. So, and remember, whoever the host is, yes, you get a snowflake badge. So just remember, whatever you cheer today does actually go to, well, if you cheer bits, it goes to the Gotham Chess channel. So, and that's also true for Season 3. And I will quickly touch upon Arena Kings Season 3, which starts on January 14th. Monday and Friday at 12 p.m. Pacific, no more Wednesday time slot with a brand new logo and a brand new name. We're not going to be separating between Arena Kings, Royal Arena Kings. It's the Arena Kings Championship, and that's that. Harstar, thank you for the 500-bit cheer, but there was no hashtag charity. Remember, everybody, if you'd like to, you unfortunately do have to include hashtag charity. That's how they separate, and that's how an official notification goes directly to Twitch. So, but again, you only do it if you do the charities. So thank you for the 500-bit cheer. Much appreciated. And then whoever hosts the Arena Kings next season, whether it's myself, it depends on the day and depends on the show, whatever the bit cheer is, will go directly to that person. So if you cheer today, that does directly go to the host, which in this particular case is me. You are supporting me. You are supporting Twitch donation to Direct Relief. It's a great time, whether you like or dislike the holidays. Anyhow. There is a very big problem here for Lenderman, and that's why he resigns. This bishop was originally protecting the square, but now the rook is threatening to capture it and then promote, and this rook simply cannot get back in time. So, NJ Greg, thanks so much for the cheer. So he wins the 3-minute game. Let's see. Wow. Here's a game. Andrew Tang is down 11 seconds to 40. Thank you, friends. Thank you, friends, for all the cheers. It is very much appreciated. Why did Krikor spend so long on this move? Wow. Rook F1. Wow. Is Penguin going to do this? No way. Get out of here. There's no way, right? I mean, come on. This is completely ridiculous. There's no way. Oh, I mean, come on. The guy's got 11 seconds versus like 40. This is just bogus if he can actually save this game. Wow, now it's 4 on 10. Oh, there's no way. Come on. Oh, is he actually? He might actually get a draw. That's unbelievable. No, he's lost. He's lost. Yeah, it's done. Unless somehow Krikor stalemates him, which won't happen. Unbelievable. Okay. He's always giving us a heart attack. Meanwhile, Paul from St. Petersburg drawing Dobrov 1.5. Hammer has beaten Chessically Inclined. This time quite easily. And now these two are having a time scramble. Blitzstream trying to survive here on the clock. It doesn't look like he's going to survive, unfortunately. Yeah. Georg Meier with the win. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Very exciting stuff. So far, Georg Meier crushing it. But of course, the top seed is fed a couple of different people. Yes. Chat, if you're just joining. 10 players. Here, I'm going to break it down for you. Ready? 10 players. Round robin. Means everyone plays everyone. Mini matches. Mini match consists of 3 games. 5 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute. They play 3 games against each other. So if there's 9 rounds, and there's 3 games per round. 9 times 3 is... You're right. 26. Exactly. Thank you for the cheer, Moscatel. Now we enter bullet. So right now, Naro and Meier are crushing it. Andrew Tang has been struggling a bit, but I think he'll catch up. He's had a bit of a tough start. He played Dobrov, and he's playing Krikor. Let's see. Yeah, I'm a chess player. We don't really know math. My hair looks cool. Thank you. Somebody said I look like a supervillain. I get a lot of different ones. Rook G5, interesting. So I think AB is... Alright, well that's not quite a mate threat, but still very unpleasant. Wow, yeah, Naro is crushing Lenderman. Alright, this is by far the most intriguing. Andrew Tang is down 12 seconds. Andrew Dang. Dang, Andrew! Dang, Andrew! The standings are in the right order. They are just arranged by column. That's all. Wow, Georg Meier wins in bullet. He now has 5.5. He's defeated Blitzstream. Dang, Andrew. Oh, he's going to win H3. Andrew Tang is going on a trip. Thank you for the 500-bit cheer. Yeah, that's it. And he wins. Wait, is he winning? Oh, he's not winning. He messed it up. Now he's losing, actually. Wow. Penguin. Oh, man. Yeah, he's not going to flag him. So Krikor beats... And... Here, Naro won on the clock. Here, Hammer was victorious. And Paul from SPB completes the 2.5 half. The 2.5 half, that's very, very impressive, actually. Very well done. Great job. Great job. Standings are updated. Georg Meier and Naro at the top, followed by Krikor. That's kind of unexpected, to be honest. I mean, Krikor, I would argue, is like 5th or 6th. I mean, I think Krikor is great, but I would definitely put Penguin and Hammer above, just based on their experience, I think. But I think Krikor is a bit of a dark horse. A bit slept on in this event. So, the 5-minute portion has started of round 3. Now it's Naro versus Penguin. The anticipated Marquee matchup. If Penguin can establish dominance in this match, he'll be right back up there with the 4s. So... Thank you, everybody, for the cheers. Very much appreciated. And I saw somebody ask earlier how much of it goes to the streamer. Twitch takes no portion. Whatever you cheer goes to the streamer. Whether that's myself, another channel you like in the gaming community, wherever else. And Twitch just takes that and says 20% of that is now going to charity. From us personally. So it's great. It's very, very cool. Holiday season is generally very high season for charity, and Twitch likes to get involved in that. Pretty boring approach here from Naro. He's not taking the fight to Penguin just yet. I think Penguin's actually quite comfortable from the opening, and this Queen's Gambit declined. Let's check into some of our other games. Here we have an isolated Queen's pawn, so I anticipate maybe Blitzstream will try to attack his opponent. Okay, that's pretty much exactly what I said. Rook takes d3. Dre, thank you for the 500-bit cheer. Just remember, if you'd like anything to go to charity and you want the charity badge, hashtag charity. Hashtag charity. Very funny. So, Paul from SPB offered Hammer a draw here, and Hammer declined it. Here is the battle of the bottom feeders. Chessically inclined and Blitzstream with 1 point and half a point respectively. This is maybe an interesting matchup to keep an eye on as well. Yo, Dre, thank you. Thank you, everybody. You know, some people cheered and then... Wow, that's super. That's super. Notice how the dollar keeps going up and up, like, very quickly, because Twitch is growing by the minute, and all of these cheers across the board are being, you know, poured in, so very cool. You can't because it's not a tournament. It's not a tournament. The games are being started automatically. All right. Hey, yo. Mr. Bad Axe. Thank you for the 500-bit cheer. Rook takes would be nice. And now this pawn... The question is, will the pawn ever go forward? Queen b2 is a nice digging move, forking. Queen c4, which defends both pieces, and maybe now d6 and queen f7. We'll see what can be accomplished here. It's pretty incredible that the two quote-unquote bottom feeders are still 2450 and 2600 blitz. It's really amazing. Lenderman has defeated Dobrov. Yo, these two had some games last time. Some games. All right. Lenderman gets a win, and Dobrov, since having that very nice match against Penguin, has dropped significantly. Wow. So Lenderman up to 4. It's very impressive. Let's keep an eye on this game again. Thank you for the bits, friends. You're supporting the streamers. You're supporting charity. Happy holidays, chat. It's a good time to be to be jolly, to be merry. So I did say that d6 was going to create the threat of queen f7. I do rook e1 looks very wait, doesn't rook hold on, everybody back up. Doesn't rook e1 just win on the spot? Because your threat is rook takes e8 followed by queen f7. They should put me in this event. But I think actually after rook e8, queen f6 might be a good defensive move. But then, like, ugh. It's very unpleasant. Anyway, I trust Mr. Blitzstream. Actually, after queen f6, it's not so simple. Yeah, makes sense. But then queen c7 was good. Queen c7 and rook e1. Whoa! I think he just missed this. Altogether, we paid for half of a New York City coffee. Do not disparage my city like that. You've only paid for a third of the coffee. Get it? Hilarious. Rookie 1, and now we have an issue. Because this is hanging, and this is hanging. And even though you've given up the bishop, the rook is under attack, and there is no way to protect everything. If you play this move, I just play... Well, I can play bishop takes, first of all. So... Queen c8? Oh, queen c8 looks vicious. Or rook e6. Please do not spell my name Levi, considering it's right here. It's right here. You don't have to misspell my name, chat. It's on the screen. It's on the screen. Queen f6, queen a7. This is what is the plan. King h2, also queen f5, queen g6. The idea here is to play queen h5 check. I'm blind. Pepega. G4, please. Yes, if you'd like to misspell my name, misspell it, like, completely. Like, don't even call me Levi. Call me, like, Levi Rozman. Levi. Alright, he's going for the queen trade. What else do we have? Daniel Naroditsky has beaten Andrew Tang. Andrew Tang has really fallen. 2 points. 2 points. Wow. That's rough. All right. Let's go to Georg Meier versus... Wow. Chess is fascinating. You tune into some of these positions and you're just baffled. Georg Meier down in exchange, but you cannot prevent him from taking a7, moving the bishop. Okay, of course, just take, moving the bishop to c5 and just promoting a pawn. That's crazy. Just a7 here. Well, not right now because I will take. So probably he can also just move back, but if you move back, you've got to be careful. Check here. No, you could just go to d5, I think. How is our guy? So many rook endgames. You put a lot of titled players in a room chat, what are you going to get? You're going to get a lot of rook endgames. So here white is at 2 pawns, black is at 3, but probably these will just swap, and then it's up to black to utilize the outside pass pawn. Outside pass pawn means H and A. Sometimes you can extend that meaning to the adjacent file, just as long as the pawn is on the outside of the action. So G5, H5, H4 is what he might be going for. Wow, every game remaining is around the same clock per side. Both players between 35 and 45 seconds. Why are they common strategically? They're not common strategically. Just players fight evenly until this point in the match. So the rook endgame here, there we go. It's exactly what I said. There would be a pawn trade. And it's up to... We'll see if Hammer can utilize the outside H-pawn. I know what I'm talking about, chat. Okay? You gotta trust me. Okay? H3 is a winning move. Now if rook takes F2. But the problem is that the rook on the third rank cuts off any activity. And so actually this is pretty difficult to win. Because the king can always hide out. So probably we'll get a check. But maybe not, because the king will go here. That's a good move. Rook e4, okay. Here and maybe rook f1. Now the rook will stay on the 7th rank. No, that's not a winning opportunity. Alright, Hammer's getting low on the clock here. I think what he has to do is put his... Hey, BJH, thank you for the 500 bits. Bronx produces the best people in New York. Booklands for scrubs like Levy and Maurice Ashley. Just the way... It's so Alright. Hold on, I don't even have time to address that. King g2 maybe? No. Alright, of course this is just a drawn endgame, but Hammer has sufficiently gotten his opponent low on the clock, and I think he's going to try to flag him. We are going to witness our first what we call dirty flag of a chess term. Dirty flag. Wait, can he even do it? Can he? Oh, he missed the check. He could have won the rook. Okay, that's a win. Dirty flag is when it's an equal position or you're lost. And thank you, BJH, for the cheer. Hammer wins on the clock. Meier beat Krikor. Blitzstream defeated Chessically inclined by 1 second. And also, he was mating him. Wow. All right, well, let's move on to the 3-minute portion. Let's let the Titans go first. Right now, Meier and Narrow just keep on winning. They have opened up a 2.5 point lead. No, 1.5 2-point lead. I forgot that Krikor was at 4.5 points. Clara, thank you for the 3 months in a row subscription. Much appreciate. Much appreciate. This is round robin, yes, yes. Oh, I realized nobody answered your question yet. I was hoping somebody in chat might answer Mr. Josiah Stearman's question. Josiah Stearman said, what is the format? If you're just joining and you have no idea what we're doing today, today we are featuring a 10-player round robin of mini matches. I've already said this several times, friends. What this means is, yes, there we go, exclam finals. That command will get you any and all information. I'm going to say it verbally one more time. You play a mini-match of 5, 3, and 1-minute games. The person who has the higher seeding will receive the white pieces in games 1 and 3, so the 5-minute portion and the 1-minute portion. We are currently in round 3 of 9. So that is where we are at the moment. So far, we are in game 2 of round 3 of 9 rounds, which means that we have played 7 games. And Georg Meier is 6.5 out of 7? Wow. That's really impressive. That means Georg Meier swept the first round and beat Krikor 2.5 out of 3 and now defeated Anisimov in the first game. That's very impressive. What a guy. What a guy. Pardon me. Not Anisimov. Anisimov is Paul from St. Petersburg. Paul from SPB, but rather, he 2.5'd Bordi. Got it. So in these kinds of positions, of course, chat, you would like to load up the cannons and just play knight g5 and queen takes h7 mate. The problem is that knight g5 is covered very well by the bishop and even the queen behind it. So Penguin is going to try to go for h4, h5. The problem is for Penguin that if he loses this game, man, he is far behind. I mean, he's going to have to sweep some of the lower seeds, whom he has not played yet. Yes, I don't know if that was a serious question, but you can. You can. Half a point in chess is just a draw. It's a tie. There is a prize pool. I believe there is a command for it as well. I will quickly touch upon it. This is the prize pool. Today you have to look at the rightmost column. Prizes are top down, 1,000, 750, 500, etc. But because this is a season-long event, there are also points that you can accumulate over the past few months. And the points leaderboard, some of the players today in the final are at the very top of that leaderboard. They also will win extra prizes. And furthermore, every time they finish at the top of one of these brackets, they win prizes as well. So you could really earn a significant chunk of prize money by playing consistently and doing well. So it's very, very nice. And the prize fund hopefully will continue to increase. And it's going to be great. It's going to be amazing. Bishop slides back to b1, and really this is the idea. So Straight Boss says, you look like Harry Potter. And to Straight Boss I say, yeah, I do. You're right. Yeah, I think actually Andrew is completely winning here. One of these moves is coming. I think, wow, this is a very nice comeback game. And it just goes to show that no matter who opens up the big leads, well, anybody can beat anybody. You're looking at knight takes h6 possibilities. And a whole host of other things. I think Krikor won. Krikor has defeated Georg Meier. Georg Meier has been beaten for the first time in his patented Rubinstein defense. Wait, what? Oh, queen d5, I see. So he played, Krikor played a sideline, and Georg Meier lost... Oh, by an in-between move. Wow. a5, trap the bishop, and take, and that's it. Wow. Wow. That's a bit unfortunate. Okay, Tang has gone into the tank. Dang, Andrew. 30 seconds. Keeping the fans on their feet. Whoa. Whoa, whoa, whoa. F5 is a move, I guess. The position has been opened. The rooks and queen are having a battle. Oh, this is hectic. May the best player win. They're both very resourceful defenders. Oh, but now it's just an easy win. G4, 95, bishop d4. He's going to take on g4. h6 is hanging. Rook g6 now. Okay, that's also a good move. He can't move, though, so he's going to give this away. Check. That's the... Okay, or there. I don't question Andrew Tang's bullet prowess. Eights. Oh, he hung a piece. Can he flag him in this endgame? That would be incredible. I don't think he can. I think Narrow is just simply too good to be flagged in this kind of endgame. Rook d4. Nice. G3. Okay, so he saved the game. He's obviously not going to win this on the clock. But wow. Unbelievable. Narrow does not get the deserved full point, but nonetheless. And Chessically Inclined has earned a win for himself. Up to 2 points over Blitzstream now. Whoa, here's a time scramble. Oh, this is easy. Hammer's just got mate. Queen b4, queen a5, or queen a8 mate, yeah. And, whew. Time for some bullet. Round number 3, bullet. Game number 9 out of 27. And then we are officially 33% done with the event and 1 hour in. Perfect timing so far. Event is running very smoothly. This is fun. I could get behind round robins more often. This is great. So 6.5, 6.5, 5.5, 5, and 4. I would say Lenderman is kind of inching closer to the top 5. Andrew Tang just played an England Gambit. Andrew Tang just played an England Gambit. I don't know what to... I'm beside myself. I'm a very fast player. I'm not the one playing, but I appreciate the sentiments. Players are currently... Wow, this is unbelievable. Are they going to make a... Andrew Tang doesn't want to draw. Andrew Tang could not be bothered to get a draw in a bullet game, although he might have to settle for that now. Wow. This is very bad. The pawn structure is nice. White's just very active here. But we'll see. Time to bring out the trusty England Gambit. Yeah, I mean, he had a great position last game. It's a shame he let it get away from him. Oh, knight b8. What a reroute. That's a GM move. Knight b8 to try to go to c6. Actually, I don't think Andrew is that much worse here. I mean, like, he's worse. And he's down 10 seconds on the clock, but it's Andrew Tang. So you can't really count the guy out. Oh, that's a brilliant move. Rook b4 and going after this. Now after knight b3, does he have any more tactics? Rook here. He's got some b3 stuff going on, maybe. He's waiting for a blunder. That's what he's waiting for. Rook c4! And knight takes... Wow. Can he make this comeback? That would be incredible, but I don't see it happening. Narrow is moving full steam ahead. Maybe Penguin can catch him with a pre-move. Rook e3 is a possibility. Rook e3 here. Rook e3? Something? No. He's just pre-moving back and forth. Okay. Don't hang mate. Don't hang mate now. Wow, wow, wow. This is getting intense. Oh, 12 versus 4. Can he do it? Oh! He blundered his queen. Bad pre-move. Yeah, that's probably it. I mean, there's just not enough time on the clock. But don't count the man out. Oh, yeah, that's... He wins on time. Bummer. Hammer has defeated Paul from St. Petersburg. Here's a time scramble. Everybody's down to seconds. Not any of these games are over. Krieg or Georg Meier. Are we going to see... No, but Georg's simply up too much on the clock. He's probably going to win it. Blitzstream, Chessically Inclined. Opposite colored bishop. Oh, that's easy. Just take. That's it. But white is going to be flagged here because he doesn't have enough on the clock. And this game, we're going to see Lenderman flag Dobrov in a completely losing endgame. And that is why we love chess. Woo! Ho ho! 9 games done out of 27. 7.5, 7.5, 6, and 5.5. A big race up top. When is the matchup between Daniel Naroditsky and Georg Meier? Is it in the last round? Is it in the last round? No, it's in... the 5th round. It's in the 5th round. It is in the 5th round. This is the 4th round. Some matchups to look out for right now. Krikor and Lenderman, which I believe is number 3 and number 4 at the moment. Right now we have... no, Hammer is in 3rd. Hammer with a surging win in the preceding round. Wow. Incredible. Incredible stuff. That's very impressive. So Hammer right now sits at 3rd. Krikor and Lenderman is a battle of 4th and 5th. Hammer is playing Dobrov, which is, okay, not bad, but this is great. This is very exciting stuff. So this matchup we have Penguin G and Van. Did you hear that? My inner Russian came out. My inner Eastern European commentator. I've been called annoying by some, by some folks of fans of chess, but, they say, like, I don't watch the stream when this guy's the commentator, and that's probably why. Wonderful. Wonderful. Somebody says, I only watch when Levy's nose. Up top, Banana Bread. Thanks for high-fiving me, bud. So this is, but this is arguably the kind of, this is like the lull. This is like the lull, when, can I turn on the move sounds? No. Because the thing is, you're going to get 3 hours of... That's my impersonation of the board-making pieces. So, board-making pieces, board-making noises. So, no. Unfortunately, I would rather not have this. Rather, you get a commentator who looks like Harry Potter, Fabiano Caruana, Remy Malik, Bert from Sesame Street, apparently Tom Keane, I don't even know who that is. I've been told I look like Draco Malfoy... No, I look like Harry Potter in a crisis trying to look like Draco Malfoy. That's the most recent one. But chat is moving a mile a minute. I'm going to try to focus on the games as much as I possibly can. So, wait, what? This is trapped. He just got his knight trapped. Chessically Inclined just played knight takes g2 and... Okay, next game. This is the most intriguing matchup, I think, of the round, if I'm not mistaken. Looking at the standings, what place is Dobrov in? That's the question. So Chessically and... Oh, wow. Andrew Tang is in 9th. My friends in chat, if, it's like the Willy Wonka meme. Like, you know that Willy Wonka meme? It's like, if you asked me after 9 games of chess, the first 3 rounds of the round robin, if Andrew Tang would have 2.5 out of 9. Oh, he just won, I think. Yeah, he just beat Chessically Inclined, but he had 2.5 out of 9. I would think you're crazy. I would probably take like 10-1 odds on that. I mean, that's great. I mean, that's... Andrew Tang, like, is so good. He's so good at Blitz and Bullet. So, first of all, to see him lose that first game in Bullet was unbelievable. It just goes to show you that in these kinds of events, the nerves are a little bit higher, and players of all caliber can beat each other. So, watching Dobrov completely stomp him in 30 seconds of Bullet was unbelievable. Reminder, chat, I saw somebody mention that that they want to cheer today. If you'd like to be involved in the charity events, hashtag charity when you cheer. It's just the most important thing. You can cheer, but you have to make sure you include hashtag charity. I very much like White's position here. This knight is exerting big time pressure. If you are to make this swap, even though you're doubling white's pawns, you're only opening up the c file for white to exert extra pressure down the c line toward your c7 pawn, and the pawn structure really is only good for white. And if at any point white wants out, they can plant the knight on e4, or even, you know, try to get something like this going. I wish the arrow went this way, the right side, but okay, whatever. So, it's a very nice emote from Zatara. But I have mentioned the prizes several times today. The prizes for this season are actually great, and hopefully they just keep going up. So Georg is completely winning. He's up in exchange. And exchange is when you're up a rook for a bishop or a knight. In this particular case, he's up the rook for the bishop because both players have a knight. He'll win this with ease. Dobrov here with what looks like a defensive task because his king is kind of being pressured, but in reality, he's swarming the e4 pawn with 4 pieces. So maybe it's Hammer who has to be careful. Yeah, like see now bishop b1 and white has to just be passive. How are Kriko and Lenderman we've already had a look at. Naroditsky here is seemingly completely winning against Blitzstream. He has a pass pawn that is technically defended 4 times because this protects this, which protects this, and this protects that. So, yeah. In the meantime, black is trying to create a bit of confusion here, but it doesn't look like that's going to be particularly fruitful. Also, in a lot of these kinds of positions where you have such a dominant grasp on your opponent, you can even make this sacrifice, and all endgames will be better for you. So you can take, bring the rook, take the pawn, and, well, Naro is trying to make some progress on this side of the board. So I predict Georg Meier wins, I predict that Dobrov is going to win, and I predict that Krikor is going to win, or that game will end in a draw, because I doubt Lenderman can win that game. And, of course, Naroditsky is going to win this game. But let's see. Lenderman is trying to do his best on the king side. Maybe he'll plant his rook on g3 and play rook g7. Again, the only thing is that he's got weaknesses. So only Krikor can win this position, I think. But we'll see. That's why we play, right? You can make all the predictions you want. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, and the players have to make the moves themselves. So. It's amusing how you and Naro view this position differently. Why? What did Naro say about his position? Did Naro say that he's not winning? I think if he's saying he's not winning, he's just giving his opponent a bit of respect. I mean, this is very clearly winning for white. I mean, black has created a little bit of counterplay and confusion. Maybe can plant the knight on e5. Maybe I'm overestimating white's chances, which is probably a little bit likely. But no, this is quite a straightforward win. Grossly drawn. No, that's crazy. No. I don't think so. Maybe with great play from black, but again, in blitz, 30 seconds on the clock from the opponent, big rating gap, I doubt it. Black's got what we call a fortress, meaning a dark squared blockade here, but you know, white can attempt to make some progress, yeah. So Dobrov has beaten Hammer, as predicted. What's going on here? Oh, looks like Lenderman has overtaken Krikor, but not quite, because a lot of these pawns are going to fall. That's exactly what I just said. So Krikor continues to have a 1-pawn lead. Okay, so I think he's fine with a draw. Yeah, the players are just going to draw. So solid draw. I guess Krikor doesn't want to press on. He's afraid of the activity that his opponent has. Georg Meier has beaten Paul from SPB. And Naro wins this game. Jasmine, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. So all the games are done. We're now beginning the 3-minute portion. As you can see on the screen, Narrow and Georg. And no one close to them. They are 2.5 points away. Their matchup is coming up in round number 5. That is going to be big to look out for. We are going to focus on those probably more than the others. I quite like this bishop. This is the MVP right here. I mean, anytime you can get a bishop with 6 squares of vision forward, that's perfect. Here you have 1, 2, 3, 4. But here you have 1, 2, 3, 4, but there's a rook behind it as well. So this knight can move. This knight can't move, right? So that's quite different. Format, if you type in exclam finals, that will give you the format of today. Perfect. You see, everybody, there's your format. And there are prizes. Prizes have been discussed several times. It's almost $22,000 in prizes over the course of the season. So planting the knight on e4 is definitely nice. Lenderman thinking here. Does he go knight d4, knight f4, b4, rook e1? How's he going to make progress? Because right now, black is using the isolated queen's pawn perfectly. And perfectly means surrounding it with pieces, making it happy, etc., etc. No decisive results yet. Has Chessically Inclined been able to figure out Penguin at all? Oh. Did we just check in to see a blunder? Wait. Hold on. Isn't white just up a piece in this position? White is just up a piece. Offers a queen trade and hangs a back rank check and is now losing. Whoa. The commentator's curse is real. Look at this. That's unfortunate. I mean, he could have made any move here. He could have played knight e2, and he went for a queen trade, but after rook h1 check, he hangs his rook. Oh, poor guy. He's had so many games against Andrew Tang. Crooked, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. Orange is Red, thank you for the cheer. Wow, that's a bummer. Knight e2 runs into g5, potentially, but there was better moves. I mean, clearly he blundered. Tom Keane is played by Ryan. John Victory, appreciate the bit cheers, friends. Remember, if you're curious about one of two things, if you cheer bits to the Chess.com channel, Nerf, thank you for the 100-bit cheer, and the hashtag charity. So if you cheer 100 bits, they do go to your humble host, and all of it. If you put in hashtag charity, Twitch then takes that and donates. If you actually look at the number that comes up right now, $13,421 has been raised so far on from the Twitch side. That's incredible because within an hour and 18 minutes of broadcasting, that number has gone up by almost $2,000. So collectively, Twitch has raised the streaming and the viewers like you have raised $2,000 for charity. It's unbelievable. Let's check in over here. Blitzstream, uncomfortable right now in this pin, but could use these pawns by playing d6, knight g4, e6. Not like that. That's not how rooks move. What's going on over in Lenderman versus Creekor? They have some games. They are I think they're very evenly matched grandmasters. Being in New York, do I get to hang out with Joel Benjamin? I don't think that's a serious question. If it is, Joel Benjamin is actually from New Jersey, not from New York. Also funny, Joel Benjamin once signed a chessboard that I had because I saw him at an airport. So... I think I answered Silver Nico's question. Yeah, these two... Oh, bishop f5! Bishop f5, he hung it! Bishop f5! Oh, that's such a bummer from Krikor. Oh, fork emotes in the chat. Man, that is unfortunate. Every half point matters big time here. That is a bummer, just a fork hang. Wow. Unfortunate. And Lenderman gets a win. Up 1.5 now in their mini match. And all the games are done. So Naroditsky defeated Blitzstream. Georg and Paul from St. Petersburg drew. I don't really spend time in New Jersey. No, I have relatives there, so I try to go there once every maybe 2-3 weeks. But yeah, I don't spend too much time there. All right, the most intriguing matchup of Bullet definitely in this round, and the two people that are most evenly matched, again, Krikor and Lenderman, probably, but also Paul. I'm actually very curious what happens here. So Hammer plays this Bishop G2, Knight E2 castles thing a lot, so... But I generally try not to go to Jersey. Wow, so... right now, after 11 games... Wow, that is... Naroditsky is on 9... Think about this, chat. Naroditsky is on 9.5 out of 11. That's a win rate of like 92%. That's incredible. And who have his opponents been? So he's playing against Tang. He's played against Tang. He's played against Hammer. And he's played against Lenderman. And now this round, he's playing against Kevin Bordi Blitzstream, then he plays Meier. So he's getting a huge chunk of the strongest players out of the way. He's already played Tang. He's done great. So it looks like Naro might actually win the whole thing again. He's on pace. So we'll see what happens with Georg Meier in the next round. Season 1 champion was Daniel Naroditsky, if anyone's curious. So, wow, they have simplified all their pieces. Speaking of Daniel Naroditsky, how's he doing this game? He doesn't have a queen, but he looks to be checkmating his opponent. Those rooks are vicious. Rook takes d8, bishop takes c7. Yeah, just completely winning here. Maybe he can even sack on c8. Just take this, have the bishop. Okay, so he opts to take. One of these checks is coming. Yeah, and yeah, okay, but he can't possibly win. Rook d4, also up a tremendous amount on the clock. There is some pressure to deal with if Blitzstream can come up with something, but it looks like white is very well protected. The pawn is never going to promote. Oh, e4 also wins. Yeah, e4 is very easy. Queen takes, rook g4, rook c4. Trust me, my friends, I have played Daniel Naroditsky in Bullet, and it's not fun. It's really just not a fun activity if you don't like to lose. So he's going to win this one. Wow, so many games have finished. Penguin, of course, beats Chessically. Hammer has beaten Dobrov. Lenderman beats Krikor. And Daniel is victorious. And Georg is getting flagged by Paul from SPB. Yeah, Paul is vicious in Bullet. I've also played him in Bullet. Wait. Oh, that's a brilliant move. Queen b2, and the queen can't go anywhere. It's got to take. Wow. All right, my friends. We enter round number 5 with Naro and Georg Meier now separated by 1.5 points. So it's up to Georg Meier to make a comeback. Let's see if he can do it. If he overcomes Naroditsky, he inches back into the category. But, woo! He's not my nemesis, actually, because I beat him in the round of 16. But, yes, he was my nemesis in the qualifier, but then I defeated him in the round of 16. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the 2 heavyweight champions of the world. And a threat by black to play knight takes c2. That's kind of funny. So I think what Daniel is trying to do is create imbalance. That's why Daniel is playing a bit more aggressively, because he doesn't want to have anything to do with the positional play. And that's why he's going for what he's going for. It's a bit weird setup, but I think he'll be okay if he plays h6, etc. This is not a timed event, my friends, remember. This is a round robin. This is round 5. After this, we will take a 3-minute break. We will have some ads run. I will get stretch break. I'll eat a little bit of food, and we'll be good. And then we will be back for the remaining 4 rounds. Actually, I think my nemesis is BJH13, if we're being honest. So, shout out to BJH. Also, chat. Actually, I didn't have anything to say. I don't know why I said also. Yeah, also just, you know, you're awesome. Thank you for being here. It's been great. It is great. Does Levy own Chess.com? Okay. What a question. What a question. Banana Bread 11 answers that question for me. Well, one move that I really like here is Bishop B2. I remembered what I was going to say, my friends. I was going to say that after this, the stream will be heading to Botez land. Alexandra Botez will be taking on the raid. She's a great streamer, and you should totally stick around for her show if you can. But Georg has still gotten his position. He has gotten the absolute dream position. Even though he has the doubled A-pawns, they kind of counterbalance these two. And once he wins 1 pawn, I think he's gonna... Yeah, he's even going down straight to the endgame. So... Chess.com owns Levi. Levi. How are the other games going? Anybody want to entertain us? Boring. Oh, hello. Hello. This is an interesting situation because white hasn't castled here. And there's some direct attack being launched on the king. So Lenderman is grinding, chessically inclined. Down with the bishop, the knight, the queen, and the rook. Lenderman at 7.5. He's in 3rd place at the moment. That's very, very nice. Chessically inclined at 3. It's a very tough tournament to be in without the IM or GM title. Just look at Blitzstream. He is struggling with 1.5 out of 12, I believe. Just hasn't had things going for him today. Thing is, in any round robin, and this you'll see this everywhere pretty much, in any sort of tournament where there's 10 players and everybody has to play each other, there's always 1 or 2 people who get continuously like beaten down. It's just kind of what happens. It's very rare that a round robin is extremely, extremely close. You have one or 2 or 3 people at the most run away with it. Some people in the middle, and 1 or 2 people really, really, really just get beaten consistently. And unfortunately, sometimes it's you. It is what it is. So 1.5 out of 12 is rough. 10.5 out of 12 is insane. I mean, Daniel Naroditsky is winning at some astronomical rate. Just totally mowing down the opposition. Oh, it's yet to be seen. Wait, B5? Oh, B5, the idea is queen H3. Wait, B5? Doesn't that just win material? B5, queen H3, B takes C4. Is there like a mate? Has he calculated a mate out? Why did he have to play? Ah, he played this so that when the king ends up on the E file, there will be rook E1. So like B5, right? And watch this. So queen H3, if BC, now you lose. Queen H7, king F8, queen H8, king E7, and now the $1 million move, which is rook E1. Also, you have moves like rook H7, but yeah, that's a bummer. Ouch. How are these two gentlemen doing? Oh! Georg is gonna win! Man, this guy is tough in blitz. Rook c3. And remember, everyone, if you would like to watch some of these players, they are all streaming right now. The best way to do this, if you want just a list and to find all these people, wow. Knight takes c3. So he couldn't take the rook because back rank mate. And, yeah, well, this is actually the best thing that Naro could have done. I think Georg actually blundered knight takes e3. I don't think he would have allowed it. Okay, that's a free pawn. But I don't know if he wants it. Maybe he'll just push. Just push the pawn. There's a couple ways, you know, if black just puts the rook back on c8, I'm actually not so sure. Wait, yeah, like, if these pawns didn't exist, if black just put the rook back on c8, this would be very difficult to win. This is not easy anymore. Vlad Dobrov is streaming under the username Tortuga Chess. The streamer's command will give you easier way to discover them. Also, if anybody speaks French, yeah, wow. Georg messed up, allowing knight takes e3, and now I think that Naroditsky is simply going to equalize. Maybe Georg can grind it down here, but I don't believe in it. The big blunder came right here. Oops, pardon me. Right here. Trying to click it. There we go. Allowing knight takes e3. That was a blunder. He should have played something like queen d2 here, but even that, knight takes e3 would have been a problem. So, yeah. Yeah, and here this is just simply a fortress. This pawn can never make any progress. The rook's its perfect position. Black can just play king g8, king h8 for the remainder of the game, or do exactly what he's doing at the moment. Yeah, that also works. How about here? Dobrov, aka Tortuga Chess, has Krikor down on time significantly. Lenderman has now defeated Chessically Inclined. Yeah, he had a very strong attack, and, well, it resulted in a checkmate. Lenderman now at 8.5. If Lenderman sweeps this match, he gets 10. He's right up there. He is right up there, because he had 7 to begin with. He sweeps, and I think he totally can. Wow. Chad, and an easier thing for you to do if you're on a desktop and not on a mobile application, you can actually hover over the screen and a featured channels thing will appear that will allow you to follow any channels. So you can go and look at Georg Meier, Naroditsky, Hammer, Penguin GM1, Blitzstream, Tortuga Chess, and if you Penguin wins. And if you like my commentary, I stream at twitch.tv/Gotham Chess. I'm obviously not streaming the tournament because I am literally sitting right here. So, Lenderman has won. Dobrov has beaten Krikor, really courtesy of the time. The time lead was very beneficial. Penguin has won. Wow. It looks as though Naroditsky is trying to win the game because of his time lead. That's incredible. If Naro can pull this one out and win on time, I think that might be the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. And the saddest as far as chess goes. I've seen funnier things non-chess related, but that would be hysterical. Ten seconds left. Chessboy, thank you for the 100-bit cheer. G6 is to not allow the 50 move rule to happen. That is hilarious. I think these two have a little bit of beef. I think a lot of people actually don't get along with Naroditsky online just because his playstyle is so annoying. He goes for the flag so often in blitz chess. So that's crazy. 2 seconds. And he's gonna get the win. Oh, that is so cruel. And he wins the game and he extends the lead. Oh, man. Oh, man. Hilarious. Hilarious, painful, sad. Whatever you want to call it, it's the Arena Kings and it's heating up. And Daniel Naroditsky is on 11.5 out of 13 points. That's unbelievable. running away with this thing. Just when you forget how good Naro is, he comes back and he says, y'all forgot about Naro, huh? You can follow his channel, as I said. Wow. Unreal. Let's keep an eye. Let's see where are the rooks? He's playing a That's where the rooks went. Okay, got it. Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, the thing is that, you know, no one's complaining. No one's complaining. So if you have a problem with getting flagged, you should play faster. That's really all it is. They incorporated hey, Keresh, what's up? They incorporated every single time control for a reason into this, you know, into the season. You get 5, 3, 1, etc. So no games done yet. Of course, Naroditsky is perfectly happy drawing because I put the money on him in the bullet. I actually thought Georg was going to win, and Georg was winning that game, and then he lost, which is awful. It's awful psychologically as well, because then there's no breaks. You just have to jump into the next game, and I mean, yeah, it's really just not easy. All right, so probably they will trade. I mean, you could make the argument. Oh, is he just losing a pawn? I think Georg wanted to. Wow, that's a bummer. Naro takes b7, rook b8, rook c5, but then... Alright, Naro offers a draw. The game is drawn. He is not going to play this one out. They've drawn the game. And we can go look at Penguin GM and Paul from SPB. Paul from SPB has made a bit of a stand. Thank you for the 100 bits. Wow. Twitch is now up to 14,000 donated. And that's just today. This thing started today, so... Why is there a bishop on a4? I never know these things. I don't get it. I don't know why there's a bishop on e4, but there's a bishop on a4. It is what it is. Maybe we will see a sacrifice on e5, although I kind of doubt it. I doubt it. A little bit of trash talking. That's very funny. It's not interesting. He's just a bit salty he lost. Naro with 12 points. Nice and cozy at the top. If he continues this pace... Yeah, it's not good. Not good for anybody. Nice pawn chain on the queen side. I'm expecting to see b6 at some point from black to try to, you know, poke away, but... Or that. Queen d5, queen takes g2 is a mating opportunity. Hammer has beaten Blitzstream. Wow, 16 moves. Look at this. With the black pieces. Yeah, Blitzstream went for an attack, and Hammer just said, yeah, no. Oh, what a move. Chat, look at this. Queen takes b7. Bishop c8 check. Attacks the king. Attacks the queen. And there's no way to block. That's a brilliant move. How nice. How are these two gentlemen doing? Wait. Oh, for a second I thought there was no pawn here. I was like, excuse me? Queen takes h1? Rook takes h4. Rook takes h4. Bishop takes, rook takes g2. Rook h4, please? Wait, rook f4 is also puzzle rush. Hold on, is Paul from SPB just completely overlooking... I think there is some construction going on upstairs, so I do apologize for the the loud stomping. That might have been Georg Meier. Georg Meier might be living above me, angrily stomping the floor for getting flagged in that first game. Was rook f4 just winning? He's got a very nice position here, but I am curious. Right around here. Yeah, rook f4 just looks crushing here. I don't know. But it is what it is. Up in exchange now. Man, Andrew's had a rough day. Letterman has beaten Chessically Inclined. I can drop back quickly. The idea excuse me. Move counter. Stop it. Okay. Let's go to where we saw rook f4. So the idea of this brilliant move is that if queen takes, it's mate. If bishop takes, you have rook g2 and it's mate anyway. You're getting mated. And the queen can't go anywhere, and you're, I believe, threatening rook takes f1 followed by rook takes g3. It's actually a really cool move. It can't be taken by anything. In the meantime, Penguin won! What? Oh, that's... Where? What? Hold on. Wasn't... Oh, Paul from SPV just hung his rook. Well, yeah, I mean, that'll probably do it. Yeah, that's probably gonna win him the game. That would make sense. Yep. Yep. Another England gambit from Andrew, who I think officially has tilted off the face of the planet. Poor guy. Poor guy. Knight c7. Just getting comprehensively stomped. Oh! And Andrew hung a queen. Oh, man. But the thing is, he's still like 50th percentile. Andrew still got 7.5 points. He's just not making the top. Did Letterman just win this game? Like, already? Okay. Rook e3. Takes, maybe push pawn after you bring rook back. Oh, that's... Oh, never mind. Yikes. Just by thank you for the 100 bits. Shout out to Charity. Shout out to Direct Relief. You'd like to promote this pawn? Paul from SPB was the winner. Georg beat Narrow? What? Georg Meier beat Daniel Naroditsky in a bullet game? Oh, that's unbelievable. Yeah, that's just not what I expected at all, to be honest. That's pretty ridiculous. Okay. Hammer here is... This is just simply a draw because the pawn is going to promote and that's going to be that. Krikor and Dobrov. Equal time, but of course white is up a full... Oh, he just hung his queen in one move. Okay. That was short-lived. Queen f5, queen f7. All right, friends. That wraps up round 5, I believe. We have no other games. So after 5 rounds of chess, we have Daniel at 12 points, Meier 10.5, tied with Lenderman, a sneaky 3rd place. Don't go anywhere. 3-minute break, and we'll be right back. Hello, friends. I don't know if there's anybody in the chat that can't see the ad, but how are you? If there's anybody in the chat who doesn't actually get any advertisements, enjoy the behind the scenes. It's all the same, but yeah, I know some folks don't see the ads, and let's take stock of what's going on after these 5 rounds. And round 6 is coming up. In round 6, some things to look forward to. Hammer Tang, that's always interesting. Hammer and Tang. Krikor versus Daniel Naroditsky. Georg Meier is playing Lenderman. That's actually a very nice matchup. So we're probably gonna focus on this one. Georg at 10.5 and 10.5 for Lenderman. We'll see what happens there. My money's on Georg, but we'll see. We'll see. Blitzstream has had a very rough event so far. 2 points out of 15, which is not easy. Chad, and I guess before we jump back into all the games, never mind. Here are the games. I was going to say that if you use 2 things, first of all, you have a command !streamers. So you have !streamers, which will give you a list of all the players in the event today, streaming at their own channels. And also keep in mind, as I take a sip of water, that there is a featured channel extension, and all you got to do is hover over the screen, and you can follow the channels all the same. All right. Lenderman was trying to stir things up with a potential Sicilian. Instead, we've reached a pretty standard hanging pawn structure. Lenderman would like to play a move like rook c8, knight c4, blockade the pawns. Procaster, all these transitions go very smooth, I see. Thanks. Oh man, BJH, I think we might have to have a talk after the stream. Non-Master Alex, thank you for the Twitch Prime subscription. Unfortunately, you cannot throw in a hashtag charity for that one, so it is what it is. So this is perfect. Exactly what I said Lenderman wants to achieve in this position. It is Russia, yes. So Lenderman has reduced Georg Meier. Chat, you've been keeping me speechless. I keep getting distracted with you, chat. You keep saying funny things, and I can't focus on the chess games. Stop distracting me, chat. Can you be boring? What's that emote? Forgot the name of it. This one? Or whatever. Anyway. One that's like looking like it's falling asleep. Alright. Let's jump around. What is this? Yes, is it called... Ah, it's Residence. Got it. It's not that one, Murfinski. Not that one. Behave yourself now. Resident Slipper. I think I would pay Maxime Vachier-Lagrave. Like, I would pay the man like $5 to hear him say that. Resident Slipper. That's a great example, yes. Great example. Alright, a little bit of congestion in the center of the board. Unfortunately, pawns can't go through pawns. High-level commentary here, yeah? Pawn can't move forward. So it's difficult for white to make progress. Maybe bishop c4. That's kind of what he's trying to set up with the move queen b4. Jump over to creek or narrow. One, two, three, four, five, six. Not very good at chess. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm really not. Alright, so like, now a good move is rook g5. Because after queen takes queen, you play rook takes g2 check, and then the king goes to h1, and then rook g1, and it's perpetual. So something like this, chat. This is a high-level gameplay here, and here the players would take a repetition and go to a draw. But there is a possibility here for black to also kind of do something like this. Okay, jokes aside, people are going to start thinking I'm like actually terrible and I might get fired. So do knights go through pieces? Not only do knights go through pieces, but for example, if a knight does something like this, the path that you take, the knight can knock these two pieces out of the board. So for instance, if you decide to go this way with the knight, these pawns disappear. If you were to move like this, exactly, the rook would disappear. And if you were to move like this, the pawn would disappear. So, nonsensical chess commentary. If you go this way, nothing disappears. But if you go this way, the rook disappears. So, new rule in the Arena King Streamer Championship. You gotta draw the way the rook, the knight goes. Yeah? So, what if you go through the king, board breaks, Chess.com, you know, stops functioning. Castle and horsey, precisely. Exactly, less draws, more pieces disappear, so... Man, Paul from SBB... What is that? How did that happen? Okay, this opening, as expected, was a London. I mean... The man got the black king to d3 by playing a London? Man, I gotta start playing London more. Okay, so like, standard. Sacrifices a pawn. Okay, so since the knight took this journey, this pawn should have disappeared. I guess that's a Chess.com bug. Oh, and he king hunted him to the other side of the board. What is that? Why is king on d3? I don't like this. That's whoa. Lenderman won. Lenderman is in second place. That's actually really impressive. And Lenderman already played narrow. That's wow. That's very impressive. I do watch Vines. What kind of heinous accusation is this from chat? That I don't watch Vines. I know what are those, but it was one king. So I couldn't say what are those because it's a singular word. It's one king, so it's what is that? Not what are those. It's what is that? Duh. Like, these pawns are doubled. What are those? But in reality, these pawns are actually pretty good, because pawn takes and bishop here, and actually, you're chilling. So, you want some New York slang? Alright, I got you right now. I got you right now. Let's see what we got. Yo, the king position is mad dangerous right now, because queen h6 coming, except, you know, you're protected. Black's not shook, plays queen g5, and, yeah, Blitzstream resigns. Wherefore, New York's got a couple of key ones. Mad, shook, yo, it's brick out. Brick is, like, cold. I don't know why. I don't know where brick became cold, but you would say it's mad brick. Like, you could say something like that. So, yeah. Shook. My favorite one is Shook because there's so many last names, like Grease Shook, Honest Shook. So, Krikor has declined 3 draws. I'm cracking up. I'm looking at the game chat right now, and it says GM Krikor declined a draw, GM Krikor declined a draw, and GM Krikor declined another draw. So, I don't think Krikor wants a draw, which is kind of funny. Now they drew. Nice, peaceful. Hammer Penguin. If you missed my broadcast of when Jon Ludvig Hammer in the Royal Arena Kings bullet swept Andrew Tang at the end, I suggest you go rewatch. Down, not quite. Alright, Andrew's just winning here. Yeah, just easy win. Wins a piece, little bit time scramble due to opening ceremony. Wow, look at this race up top. 12.5. And I know, Chad, it looks a little bit odd. 12.5, 10.5, 11.5. It just sorts them by the column, so do yourself a favor. Just don't get confused. You be alright. You be alright. Wow. Crazy. Let's go to bullet. Sorry, I meant let's go to 3 minute. Can we just skip the 3 minute part? I just like the bullet part. So. Mate, I've got a question. United States of Confusion. Yeah, tell me about it. Friends in chat. I'm just a humble individual from the state of New York trying to do a chess broadcast of the Arena Kings finals. Why do you insist that I entertain you with a Dutch accent? This is just a very elaborate way of covering up the fact that I don't know what Dutch people sound like. I'm not even quite sure it's a real language. No offense! But even Dutch people I know say that they don't think that their languages are real. So, I'm just throwing it out there. It's kind of an inside joke. Shout out to Spuriki, by the way. Where is that guy? That guy's awesome. No one even knows where the Netherlands are, potentially. But I will say this. One parting topic on that. Stroopwafel. Stroopwafel. That's all we have to say. Just stroopwafel. And that's it. Stroopwafel. Greatest thing ever. But chat, really, I wasn't trying to be rude. This is almost like an inside joke among there is a Dutch streamer who streams chess, and this is kind of where this big inside joke comes from. So if I did not mean any offense, I mean, don't worry. People tell me when I speak Russian, I sound incredibly angry all the time. I can be saying like, "Пойдем играть в футбол," which means let's go play, soccer, and then somebody is. Somebody hits me with like, dude, you sound like you're trying to like, go rob a bank, and I'm like, no, I just want some chocolate pudding. Russian's one of those languages. So shout out to Russian folks in chat. Brooklyn stand up, by the way. Alexander Lenderman is from Brooklyn. And the man is in second place. That is incredibly impressive. So... why you mad, bro? Why you mad? So let's, such harsh accusations. Let's check in on our guy. Well, he's my guy. He's also down 2 pawns. Wait a second. But he's got threats? Queen d8 unfortunately wins nothing, because the knight comes back, guards the king, and protects here. Queen h4. Alright. Maybe queen e1. Chat, I've just been informed that absolutely every single streamer that is playing this event at the moment is in the... we're in round 6. It's round 6 at the moment. I'm not going crazy. Yeah, round 6. Every single player is in the feature channel, so... maybe not. Well, no. That would hang a knight in one move. There's a up. Why? I didn't even. That doesn't. There's nothing there. Chess.com. I'm trying to play queen b2. Relax, please. Maybe I should try to get my Dutch accent down. I can make some of the fans a little bit less upset. Languages are funny. International dialect is a hilarious concept. Like. The fact that all of us can communicate with each other over this game of chess. So, this looks like a maneuver. Oh, can you go knight h8? Oh, so I wanted him to get here and here and here, but knight h8 would be so much more disrespectful. Knight g6 and knight f4 is very funny. No, not saying that word. I don't trust you. You probably just made me say something very mean. I'm not gonna do it. Dude, what are you waiting for? So chat, real quick, piece of instructional content. Black is crushing on the dark squares here. Because I've got a knight. You've got a light squared bishop. You've got a good piece to fight on the light squares. But the problem is you have nothing to fight on the dark squares. Except the queen. The problem is that this queen is standing on dark square and is controlling quite a bit of key squares in the position. So I expect knight f4, maybe even king g5. And the game will be decided based on the dark square weaknesses. So... oh, I mean, there's Dutch people, Russian people. I mean, there's everybody from all over the world watches these events. The World Championship was recent. Yeah, knight f4, and it's pretty much over. You've got to play something very passive. But I'm impressed. Lenderman is not giving up. In the meantime, Narrow has beaten Krikor. Penguin beat Hammer. Wait a second. Narrow beat Krikor, Penguin beat Hammer, and Dobrov beat Blitzstream. Lenderman is doing his best. He's got Georg Meier in time trouble. He's defended extremely well. Can he play h4? He plays h4, h5, h6. This is getting away from Georg Meier. We might see a new person in first place. Queen f4? Okay, or that. Don't take a draw, Lenderman. Lenderman, go for the dirty flag. It's all you, baby. It's all you, baby. Check, take, maybe throw in a check. Oh, please don't take the draw. Lenderman, you gotta be rude. Come here, rude boy. Let's go, Lenderman. Queen d5, f4. Yes, Lenderman. But Georg is really good at bullet. He might turn... what a bad pre-move! Lenderman is winning! King c4, king b5. Takes, that's it. And Lenderman's gonna win. I think he's gonna win. Please don't flag. Oh, and now it's just a draw. And Georg loses! Easy clap. Lenderman has beaten Georg twice, and he shakes up the world. Oh, it's getting exciting. Unfortunately, he already played narrow. It's a shame, because he found his stride later in the event. He's 1 point away from Daniel Naroditsky. Oh, my. Oh, my. Let's go. Daniel Krikor. This is a very tough matchup for Mr. Krikor. Daniel is 3,100 bullet. That's unbelievable. Let's go, Lenderman. Sorry, I can't show bias. Shout out to Brooklyn. Jasmine, thank you for the 100 hashtag charity. Almost 15K raise today for Direct Relief. That's amazing. Twitch, you're awesome. He's probably going to play this at some point. But I expect Georg to get one back here. I mean, Lenderman beat him in 2 Blitz games, but... yeah, I mean, Georg is by far the better bullet player. But he's holding. There is no points to win. There is only points to determine who finishes at the top. Oh, man. Chessically and Blitzstream have been left behind in the dust. There is a middle pack of players between 7 and 9.5. So 2.5 points separate 5 players. When we get into the 5-minute portion, I'll remind everybody of the prizes. And remember, friends, when you hover on the names of the streamers in the featured channel extension... oh! He just hung a piece. And in fact, he just hung all his pieces. So, Lenderman... with the resignation... yeah, Narrow completely crushes Krekor. Now he has a 2-point lead on Lenderman and a 3-point lead on Georg. So Georg with 11.5. Narrow is going to get another point added to his total. Nice, nice, nice. 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 Whoops. That was weird. My mouse USB just stopped functioning. Alright. Let me use my touchpad for now. Going back a little bit in time here to the touchpad days. How long will this go on for? A while. Alright, let me unplug you. Plug you back in. Mouse, can you start functioning? No? You don't want to? Alright. Can't really do this without a mouse. I'm gonna do my best, though. Alright. There we go. Mouse? Hello? Please function? Nope. That's not good. Okay. I mean, I suppose I can use a touchpad. I've never actually had this happen before. It's a wireless mouse. Okay. Sounds good. I guess we're just doing the broadcast with a touchpad. Makes me a little bit slower, but it's okay. Chat, as a reminder, by the way, I'm the real MVP if I could do this with just a touchpad. Yeah, can I, hey, I'm gonna peer pressure the mouse, and look at this, the lights are on, it's very pretty, by the way, the lights change color. It functions, but it doesn't function, so... Sorry. I don't have nice mouse. Sorry. My bad. Blow. Let's see, did that work? Nope, still doesn't function. Alright, all good. Cheap mouse. Touchpad will rock it for the rest of the show. Restart. Alright, y'all, take care. Click, click, boom, it's over. We saw the structure from Georg, but see, this is the kind of player that Georg is. He's extremely structural. If you notice, he just beat Lenderman in this kind of position as well. So definitely likes to repeat these kinds of positions a lot. And anybody more interesting to keep a lookout on? Krikor and Mr. Hammer. Krikor and Hammer. I like black here. Black is doing well. Bishops look nice. The center is closed. Black's got ideas to attack on the king side as well. Potentially. We are in round 7 now, folks. If anyone's confused on the format still, please let me know in the chat. Or don't. Or don't. Just be like, yeah, dude, everything's cool, man. Whatever. I don't even care. I just like the chess. A 5-minute definitely brings out the highest quality. But bullet and 3-minute are a little bit more exciting. So. And I saw somebody asking, when are we going to see Rob and Danny again? It's almost one of those things that if you have too much of it, it might be not overwhelming, but you kind of get too used to it, and then it's not as special. So that's kind of the way I'm thinking about it. But if you're a viewer and you're like, I don't play these kinds of time controls, why is this? Daniel Naroditsky just beat Chessically Inclined, by the way. Daniel Naroditsky victorious. Yeah, kind of a crushing win here. Pretty unbelievable. The format is quite simple. It's a 9-round round robin. 10 players, 9 rounds. Easy peasy. Because 10 minus 1, because you can't play yourself, right? So, there you go. Pretty straightforward, chat, I think. Krikor and Hammer. Hammer's trying to get an attack on the king side here. Doing his very best. But calculated blunder. What a guy. I'm gonna try this one more time. Bishop f7 is a nasty move. Joseph, well, thank you for the 5 months. Thank you, superstar. Any other games close to completion? We've got Vladimir Dobrov here. Trying to put a grind on Georg Meier, but I can't figure out if he's actually going to succeed. Maybe just Queen E2. I'm chilling. Also, there is an idea of moving the knight to E3. Queen coming to the queen side and capturing the pawn on B6. The problem is that you always have to be careful about the pawn on F2. Like, you can go for knight takes B6 and you can think aggressively, but if the queen comes in and takes, all your chances just kind of disappear. Have these two gentlemen figure out... What about Lenderman? Wow, he is under some pressure, it seems. Even though he's got a very nice space advantage, it's not so clear how he's going to make any sort of progress. And I keep saying this a lot. You guys hear me say this. Oh, yeah. I mean, he's just gonna, once he loses d5, actually, he's probably just completely lost. And according to this, it says Lenderman declined to draw earlier. Lenderman is no joke. I mean, hey, and Penguin has crossed 10.5 points. Penguin beat Blitzstream. So Penguin's going to pick up some points playing some of the slightly lower-rated players. So... Peng beat Blitzstream. And Georg Meier is working on the grind versus Dobrov. But Dobrov is making strides. Making some serious strides. Taking the f2 pawn. These pawns are always a liability in any endgame. Queen on a2 is pretty, but doesn't really exert too much pressure. If queen a1 check, king will always move. Most likely the game will just become a draw. Creek and Hammer. Well, Creekor's got the rook now. Can you play pawn takes c5? What is he thinking about? Is he trying to decide whether he wants to play queen c8 first? Queen c8, maybe back to d7, or queen c8, queen takes b7. What is he calculating? So here, bishop g5. Problem is you can never play f4. If you could play f4, you'd be very happy. Okay, so he plays rook c1. That's another thing to calculate. Rook coming to c8. And it should just be... Yeah, Hammer is just trying to create some sort of counterplay. So rook d8 here. Oh, queen d7 just wins. Right? Yeah, that's easy. Rook c8 and queen d7. Does he see this, though? That's the important question. Because then you keep this pawn protected. Let's see if Creekor can figure it out. Okay, so he doesn't figure it out. I guess he just missed queen d7. Here, the simplest thing to do would have just been rook c8 check, bishop has to come, and queen d7. And then the thing about queen d7 is because you always protect this, you're winning, I think. This is a little different. The pawn will come down to e6. Probably it's still an easy win, because you'll use this as a decoy, and then you will take this on d2. By the way, I'm doing this all with the touchpad. Queen back on f3. Everything is defended. Hammer is not going to get any sort of counterplay. And yeah, this is an easy win now. Bishop takes e7, rook takes d2. So things have simplified. Georg is down to 13 seconds. Will we see an upset? How many points does Dobrov have? Dobrov comfortably sitting at a score of 9.5. If he wins this game, he also enters the double-digit club. Technically triple-digit because there's a decimal as well. But Dobrov's got Meier down to 5 seconds. Can he do it? What? Why would he trade queens? Oh, not enough bullet experience, I think. Oh my god, he might lose. He might lose. Okay, no, I mean, there's no way he can lose, right? Come on, like, dude, please. Yeah, no way. No way. Dobrov wins! Yeah, it's some issue that I'm having on my end, but I'll figure it out. Not to worry. Not to worry. Is it an upset if Dobrov is higher rated? No, but Georg is the favorite to win it. So now we will enter the 3-minute portion of round number 7. Players will begin. Format continues to move forward. So at the moment, the scores have been updated. We've got Daniel at 15.5. Lenderman still in second. But now a very close race. I think that Daniel is running away with it, if we're being honest. For being honest, right now, Daniel is going to establish his lead further and further because he is playing chessically inclined this round, so it's fair to assess that he will win every game that he plays because he is quite a bit stronger at the entire format. So as mentioned earlier, believe there is construction going on upstairs. So please disregard. I need to start a drummer, but I want some actors. I got it. I got it. So Daniel's going to keep his lead growing, we think, which means that people like Lenderman and Georg have to start winning their games. Probably the most intriguing matchup by rating of the round is Dobrov and Meier, who are at a similar score. I think they're 1 point apart. They are a point apart. And Dobrov is playing in London and trying to attack the opponent. KGP knocking. Thank you. Thank you for the 100 bits. Chess Bay 94. Thank you, Chess Bay. And $15,000 has been raised for Twitch charity. It's amazing. And everybody, I just want to thank all of you for your generosity earlier in the stream and your viewership. Thank you for being here, whether you're constantly watching the chess channel, whether you're off the Twitch front page, or whether you're making a special exception today because generally you don't like me, but you're here now. This is the final official broadcast, I would say, of the... Thank you, Joseph Whale, for the 100 bits. Of the 2018 calendar year. As far as I understand, after this, we have holiday season, Twitch charity season, and... got you, BGH. So... The Pro Chess League will begin in January. Got it. We have a lot of streamers, chat, who are playing in this event right now. But I will actually ask you this, whether you're from the front page or not. Who is your favorite streamer? What are you usually on Twitch for? What's your favorite category? What do you come to Twitch for? You know, if there's only one channel that you could watch on Twitch, who would it be? Something along these lines. What are y'all thinking? I like what White has done here. Black's pieces are very unhappy. The light squared bishop is terrible. Goat. Shanks Chess Bay. By the way, you don't have to say Gotham Chess, but you should if you're talking about chess. Zalay and Hearthstone. Got it. Call of Duty chill streams. Love some chess. Got it. You hear from me. All right. Makes sense. Whoa, Jonzor689. Thank you for the 450-bit cheer. And as I turn back to the screen, bishop takes f5. All right, they gotta chill up there. I'm gonna have to have a talk with them. This is a little bit insane. The good thing is these things don't happen, you know, when it's time to go to bed. All right, Gotham is I see it. Lex, Mango, Chess Poker Melee. It's kind of like a all-encompassing description. Whoa, Lenderman won in like 20 moves. Lenderman won in 20 moves. If you read this, you get 100 bits. Seems easy. Oh, never mind. I couldn't read it anymore. Sorry, bud. Sorry. Alright, this looks interesting. Relatively equal. Okay, it's... Hey, Marian. Shout out to Poland. Somebody said GM Hikaru Ginger GM. That's great taste. Alright, Hammer has beaten Krikor. Getting a little bit of revenge. But this is still a very intriguing matchup. Dobrov is really taking it to him. Like, he is making a surging comeback. He did not start that well, but he is coming in hot. Let's go. He makes up that New York accent. What? Anyway. Is there a mate? Rook G7. Wait, Rook G7 is forced mate. King F5. King G... Queen g5. It's just, he's losing. Knight e3 and that's it. Knight d6 as well, knight e3. Boom! Vladimir Dobrov is 2-0. Woo! Tang is also heating up. Let's see if Tang can win this one. Oh, he's totally winning. Yeah. Easy peasy. Rook e8. Simple stuff. Dobrov wins. And, Andrew wins and Lenderman wins. And, of course... Wait! Chessically Inclined won! He beat Daniel Naroditsky in a game of Blitz! What? In all of this? In all of my hype, Chessically Inclined defeated Daniel Naroditsky. That is unbelievable. That is the shocking upset of the round. I apologize to Chessically Inclined from the bottom of my heart. I thought that was an easy sweep. But Chessically Inclined has turned this all on its head because I totally did not expect that. What? Oh my. That's crazy. I didn't even look at that game. I just assumed that Daniel would take care of business. Oh, Petrov. Ew. Ew. We need to keep an eye on these gentlemen now. Man, that is unbelievable. Oh, c5's a bad move, though. Yeah, you're lost after c5. Oh, he hung bishop e4. He got too excited. Bishop e4 is just winning. Yikes. Okay, well, now he's just lost. Oops. Okay, too much pressure. Let's go to this. Daniel Naroditsky won in 10 moves. Oh, boy. All right, here's Tang. Yikes. Okay, bishop to c3. Queen d4, threatening mate. Knight c3. No, he hung mate and won! Blitzstream hung queen takes g2 mate! Dude, hello? My god, just play queen what? This is insane. Alright, maybe I'll just curse everybody I watch. Literally, I've tuned into 2 games and 2 people have made totally bonkers errors. Okay. Queen e5. Of course, this one's totally symmetrical and equal on the clock. What's gonna happen? What is gonna happen? 20 seconds of pop! Alright, I see Dobrov in trouble. Maybe I'll venture over to that game. Dobrov is completely lost. Georg Meier getting revenge, proving why he's the 200-point favorite in Bullet. And Dobrov sits his timeout. That was very weird. Maybe that was like a... I don't know what that was. Maybe that was a bit of a psychological warfare with Georg Meier. Georg Meier is a talker. Georg Meier will message you when he plays. He and Daniel Naroditsky have gone back and forth before. In the meantime, Hammer here is trying to flag Krikor in what is obviously a lost position. Yeah, but he... Rook d6! Oh, man. Yeah, I've had some games against Krikor. He's a decent bullet player, but Hammer is definitely the stronger player. Penguin beat Blitzstream. Lenderman drew with Paul from St. Petersburg. And yeah, well, we saw what happened with Narrow and Chessically Inclined. And we move on to round number 8. The scores are 16.5. 14. Lenderman in second. 14 points. 13.5. Penguin is in second. Excuse me, third. I don't know my numbers. Didn't go to school that long. Then we have Georg Meier and 2 11.5 pointers. It's close, but... in round number 8, Naroditsky is playing Dobrov, so I'm not quite sure that is the best challenge, but it's something. It's something. And let's see, where is Narrow? Krikor is playing Chessically Inclined. Georg Meier is playing Andrew Tang. That is a big matchup. Lenderman in this round is up against Hammer. That's not bad. That's basically 2 playing 6, I believe. But this is intriguing as we have number 3 playing number 4. So, how can I have time to talk with a minute on the clock? Yo, shout out to Birdman Kaka. That was my slight bird noise. Birdman's an awesome dude. First of all, good rapper too, by the way. Low key. I think. I actually don't really... I just assume. I might have been totally wrong. Somebody's saying Georg gonna win. They're saying he's gonna win the entire thing or the Blitz game. Because right now, the Blitz game looking mighty boring. Like, wipe your glasses for a couple minutes on stream boring. Oh, man. Ooh. Just gonna wipe my eyeball. Somebody says the Blitz. Yeah, I mean, it's quite possible. I don't know if it's guaranteed, but... I see Joseph Whale still sticking around. Thanks, Joseph, for being here. Alright, we're going to do our usual walk around the tournament arena. This looks very comfortable. This is definitely a French defense. You can tell from the pawn structure. And Dobrov trying to be solid. And Naroditsky is going to try to attack on the king side. I mean, I would not be surprised at all if we see moves like bishop f4 and bishop takes h6. So... who else have we got? Paul from SPB and Blitzstream. Well, this looks relatively peaceful. Krekor chessically inclined. This is an e4, e5. Chessically inclined is an e4, e5 player. Wow, to beat Narrow in this event is very impressive. Is there tactics here with knight takes d5? No, there isn't. Because just wait a second. Yeah, knight takes d5. Hello? I think Andrew Tang just blundered. GF and this very nice move, knight to c8. Keeping the knight alive with the defense of the rook. Andrew Tang just down a pawn. And bishop takes b7 is also coming. I think Andrew Tang is just totally lost. So he plays bishop. Wow, that is a creative move. If rook takes, of course you're just taking the knight on c8. So he plays bishop takes b7. Now we're going to get rook b8. And bishop takes a6. So two easy pawn grabs there. And Georg is now up 2 pawns. I trust him to win this. Wow, shaking things up even further. Because if you're third and you beat if you're fourth and you beat third, that's big. That's big for your money, your prize money. Pawn. What is Black thinking about here? Can't he just play pawn takes c5? I'm a little bit confused. Maybe he can't. Who knows? Okay, he plays it. Yeah, I'm not so sure why he was thinking so long. It seemed like a very natural move, but... anyway. It is... what it is. How's Narrow doing against Dobrov? That's a fascinating matchup as well. Wow. So b4... queen b6. Whole point here is that if pawn takes a5, the bishop takes, and then you hang this, and that could be bad, I guess? But not anymore. a5 was a very good move. And now it's easy. And he wins. I like milk chocolate. Chat, what's your favorite type of chocolate? My favorite type of chocolate is vanilla, because I hate chocolate. I bet somebody who was allergic to chocolate. I mean, I can't think of something more tragic. You could be allergic to a lot of things in this world. But, like... Birdman, it's just the setting. Settings play. Okay. Okay. Wow, you make dark chocolate yourself? That's amazing. How do you do that? What? You can do that? Yeah, I know there's like 90% tactic. I'm done. Did y'all just hear what I said? I said 90% tactics. If that's not a Freudian chess slip, I don't get it. I don't understand that at all. Like, what? Hello? The construction upstairs got me a little bit. I meant to say 90% dark chocolate. That's what I meant to say, and instead I said 90%. 90% tactics. First of all, that's an amazing solve rate. Also, a long time ago, I did say that Daniel was going to attack on the king side, and that's what we're getting here. We're getting bishop takes h6, queen takes g7, that kind of thing. So white up a pawn, but white probably will... Oh, yeah. Okay, white is going to lose a pawn here, and maybe even a second pawn if he's not careful. What was bishop b5? Yeah. What was bishop b5? Really not sure, to be honest. 10%. Anti-Moon! Hi, Anti-Moon. Chat, say hi to Anti-Moon. Awesome person. Twitch community. Alright, Paul from SPB is making headway into this position. What is going on in Lenderman versus another rook endgame? So this is definitely holdable for black. And black is also up on the... Okay. Well, that... Yeah, draw. They drew. Each gets half a point. Georg is grinding it down versus Andrew. Up, how many pawns is that? Still 2. Yeah, so it looks like, okay, so Paul from St. Petersburg has defeated Blitzstream. Krikor and Chessically Inclined, last I checked, did not have anything decisive coming up yet. But, wow, this is wacky. So these pawns, it's like a puzzle rush exercise. When you're not sure which way the pawns are going, well, now you know. I'm expecting checks, but Chessically Inclined on the defensive end here. And the bishop is better than the knight. So, yeah. Knight drops back to... You know what's unbelievable is that, like, if Andrew Tang gets a couple more moves, he can still mate. He can still mate. No Dr. Drunkenstein, unfortunately. Man, that would be crazy. He plays the Speed Chess Championship last year, so... Meanwhile, Narrow has got a 40-second lead and probably an arguably better position against Dobrov. It's going to be very difficult for Vladimir to defend this. Vlad Dobrov. Vlad Dobrov. Could play... no, excuse me. I was going to say Queen G3. But no. Yeah, and Georg is also up on the clock. I'm amazed this has even made it this far, to be honest. But Andrew is not giving this one up. Chesbay, thank you for sub-gifting Mr. Birdman. Fabulous individual. King e4, you can just take Georg. Georg, don't get involved in the shenanigans. Okay, 3 seconds. And finally a resignation from Andrew Tang. Never resigned, down 4 pawns. And, Naroditsky has won. We'll see what happens here. But the pawns are going to be decisive. You cannot survive this, I think. Just check with the rook. Or maybe not. No, of course he's going to play King G6. Okay, you know what? We'll stay here. Obviously, we have no other games to look at. Wait, what? I can't believe he just blundered that. It's just a draw now. Rook G1. I mean, just any move. Please don't lose this, Chessically Inclined. My guy, please. My guy, just play King H8 and put the rook on G8. Please. Maybe Chessically can even win this. Can you imagine if Chessically Inclined wins this game? No way. Rook E5. Krikor's going for the draw. I mean the flag. Oh, they had two. They could have taken the rook. Krikor wins on time. Krikor wins on the clock. Unbelievable. What a win. Deserved, undeserved. What do you think, chat? Let me get some chat input. I don't know what to say about that win. What do you think? Was that a deserved win? Undeserved? Ugh, that was gross. Doity. 17 and undeserved. I like that philosophy by TNK. Every win is deserved. Now we begin the 3-minute portion of round number 8. Mr. Inclined versus Mr. Krikor. The games will be faster paced. I really would like to focus on Naroditsky and Dobrov. With that win, Naroditsky has extended his lead over Lenderman to 3, his lead over Georg and Penguin GM1 to 4, and really nobody else can catch him. So right now, what we're witnessing right now is number 1 versus number 6. We also this round have number 3 and, well, now tied with him, also number 3. So that's pretty fascinating. So we'll see what happens there. Personally, I do believe that Georg is the better player. And he's maximizing the pressure right now on Andrew Tang's position. He's up 40 seconds on the clock, which in 3-minute blitz is ridiculous. I mean, who is Blitzstream? That's Kevin Bordi. He's a strong player from France. And he does French streams. This is round 8, friends. There is one more round remaining. Round 8. Round 8. Leaderboard needs updating. No, it does not. What? What leaderboard? What leaderboard? You do not know anything about my leaderboard. This is how I have to entertain myself. We're 8 point... What is it? Like 88% done with the event. This is game 22 out of... No, this is game 23 out of 27. Somebody quick math in chat. What's 23 divided by 27? How many games per round? 3 games per round, 5 minute, 3 minute, and 1 minute. If you are the higher seed, you get white in games 1 and 3. So you get white in the 5-minute portion and the 1-minute portion. So, did Meier mouse slip? Pardon? Where could he have mouse slipped? Maybe, actually. Maybe. To be honest. Or maybe not. No, maybe not. Because he wants to keep his rook on the h-file. So actually, I don't think so. No, I actually don't think so. I think he likes his rook on h8 so he can play the move h5. He's actually got a great position. If he wins this, he jumps up. Yo, Birdman. Oh my, what a cheer. 2,000 bits. Hashtag charity. Chat, I just want you to put something in perspective for everybody. We started this stream 2 hours and 43 minutes ago, and at that time, the Twitch charity fund that they've been raising, starting today, for the next 2 weeks, was at $11,000. It is right now at $16,000. So it's the viewers making this happen, and no one else. Viewers from all over Twitch. We did not raise 5,000 in this channel. That would have been crazy and fascinating, but it's all over Twitch. So, thank you. Thank you. It's amazing that Twitch is doing this, and obviously it all comes down to viewers and the generosity. So it's amazing. C4 is a very nice move because otherwise, White was playing knight takes g6 and simply winning. Wow, Tang is down to 30 seconds. That's bad. Yeah, I mean 5K is bananas. I mean that's in 2.5 hours. That's pretty good. It's direct relief. Yeah, so that's pretty wild. And a reminder, after this we have round 9, and after round 9 we've got Alexander Botes. Gonna be streaming, taking the raid, probably doing viewer tournaments, playing against the viewers, etc. Awesome person. Fabulous individual. She's my co-host for the Gotham vs. Botes sub battles, which everybody enjoys, or seemingly fakes enjoyment for several hours every other weekend. We plan to do many, many more of those. If you're a sub to either of our channels, we got more of those coming. Don't worry. Looks like Andrew Tang will lose this game. Krikor has beaten Chessically Inclined. Andrew Tang's instinct is very good, but unfortunately he just doesn't have much time now. Rook e8 is possible. Knight e4, maybe? Knight e4? The idea of knight f2 mate, and also queen d2 mate? Okay, I think he just didn't see knight e4, because I think it just wins. I guess he just... Okay, now knight e4. Is he just going to push his a-pawn? a5. Wow, bishop a6. What a move. What a move. The leaderboard is simply match points. That's it. That's all it is. And Georg Meier has now... Well, okay, queen d2 is mate. Mate one move. Wow. Leaping into third place, and Lenderman has beaten Hammer. So Lenderman very clutch. Very clutch stuff. Wow. That's actually incredibly impressive. With 15.5, Dobrov Naroditsky. What's going on here? Dobrov with the extra piece and the big time disadvantage. Can he at least get a draw? Rook f6, rook g6. Or will he be flagged? Check. Bring the rook back to f2. King g3, something like this. Yeah, I think Naro's just going to flag him. Yeah, there's no mercy here. No mercy at all. And Dobrov is playing actually very well on the clock, though. Ah, that's the dagger. That move is the dagger. And Naro gets the win. Time is an element here. You can get a winning position, but if you're slow, it's not good enough. And Naroditsky up 18.5 now. I mean, that's pretty insane. If you think about it, Naroditsky's 18.5 out of 23. That is wild. What a score. 18.5 out of 23. The other people are like almost 50%. I mean, 23, 11.5, right, would be half of 23. I mean, look, we've got 14.5, etc. So we've got Bullet now. Let's see what happens here. Birdman, oh my goodness. Birdman, thank you for the 3,000 bit cheer. And actually, that in that time, we just crossed over 16K. Twitch collectively crossed over 16K. Thank you so much, Birdman. I don't know if you know this, but cheers whenever there is an Arena Kings host. Chess.com recently implemented this for the hosts. And I always say, whether it's me, other hosts, anything you cheer during one of these events goes directly to whoever is hosting. And in this particular case, it's me. And the charity event actually does not affect the cut that the streamer gets, whether that's myself or somebody else. I did mention this several times today. So if you have a favorite streamer, you want to go support this cause, it's awesome. It's really awesome. Because they get it. And, wow. In the meantime, let's focus on the bullet show. Andrew Tang has won a rook. I turn away and, like, crazy stuff happens. Wow, bishop d5 is just a style points move. What a move. Not even taking the rook, just bishop d5 forcing mate. That's... Yes, they match it, but they don't match it. They do 20%. That's what they do. So Penguin gets revenge in the bullet. Of course, the most interesting game now is this one, which is completely symmetrical and tragically might result in a really disgusting flag. Really disgusting, because Lenderman is not quick in bullet, and of course Hammer is really fast. So this might be the nastiest flag. Okay, no. Lenderman is... Knight takes f2. Oh, no, don't play knight f2, actually. Pawn g3. He's still working on this flag. Wow! Birdman! Birdman, are you crazy? Wow, that's unbelievable. Birdman... Okay, they drew. Wow, and I almost missed it. That's unbelievable, dude. Thank you so much for supporting me, for supporting... Wow, I'm speechless. Dude, that is incredible. Hashtag charity. Remember, if you're cheering to any streamers in the next 2 weeks, try to include that hashtag. Penguin wins, Krikor wins, Paul from St. Petersburg wins, and Naroditsky sweeps Vladimir Dobrov. Goes up to 19.5 out of 24. He might end with 22.5. That's... I have nothing to say. In the last round, he's playing Anisimov. Completely possible. Wow, Birdman. That's yeah, crazy. Thank you so much for the generosity. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. And before we enter into the nitty-gritty of round number 9, I will talk to you a little bit about the prizes. Because everyone's asking, what about the prizes? That's what chat sounds like. Here you go. So if you look at the furthest leaderboard, which is on the right side, that's what the players are making today. So right now, Daniel Naroditsky has already clinched first place. He's clinched first place with a round to spare because he has a 3.5-point lead. He's going to win the $1,000 prize. He's going to win the $1,000 prize. In fact, Naro has already offered a draw. He's already won the entire thing. Then we have 750 per second. That's really up for grabs at the moment because if we transition back, we'll see the standings. But the points leaderboard is a season-long thing. So there's a leaderboard available to the general public. And keep in mind that you earn points over the course of the season. Actually, yeah, Naroditsky's already offered a draw. He's completely justified, by the way, in this. This is not the same thing as offering a draw in the last round of the World Championship. That's a little bit different. In this round, right now, we have... Let's see. So Lenderman is clearly in second at the moment, so it's very important to focus on these games. And Penguin is tied for third. So if Penguin overtakes... I will even say this. Andrew Tang is guaranteed a win in the bullet. I know I said that against Dobrov, so it might not happen. But Andrew Tang is an overwhelming bullet favorite against Lenderman. I mean, overwhelming. We also have Georg Meier playing against Hammer, who is very close. Paul from SPB kind of tied with Hammer over there for 5th and 6th place. But Georg Meier is playing against Hammer in this round, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Big matchups. So right now we've got number 2 playing against number 3. We've got number 4 playing against number 6, I believe. I'm assuming Naroditsky is going to draw every game he plays, so he's not even concerned. And again, he's completely justified. I mean, the man won the event with a round to spare. So... How you doing, chat? How's your energy? I gotta say, this is insanely exciting. I'm honestly, of all the Arena Kings that I've done, Arena is one thing, but this constant changing of time controls and it's just so exciting. I mean, 5-3-1, changing opponents quickly, big leaderboard. Ugh. I'm having a great time. This is so much fun. I mean, the playoffs in the arena in the Royals are fun, but this is something else. So many opponents. Chess is for nerds. Oh, yes, it is. Oh, yes, it is. You know what? Shout out to the chat. I saw that. I love you too. I love you too. What's up, Twark Main? Tuning in a little bit after start, but very easy to say, you were late because opening ceremony. Chat, real quick, one final plug. I know that the whole thing is almost over. In fact, Arena Kings is almost over for an entire month until the new year, just like Pro Chess League. They start on the same, 7-day slot. So one final plug for all the streamers. If you hover over the screen, not on a mobile device, you got to be on desktop. You've got an entire list that you can scroll through of all the channels that you want to follow. You've got commentary in English, you've got commentary in Russian, you've got commentary in, I believe Blitzstream is in French. Hammer is not doing Norwegian commentary, but he does sometimes. All the, whole international, and if you've liked your host and you don't follow him yet, I'm in there as well, twitch.tv/Gotham Chess. So you can scroll through it, click, and it'll be there. Meanwhile, Andrew Tang has fallen into the tank. So you can follow any of these people. If I was to recommend one of those 11, remember there's 10 players and then there's one additional one, I would recommend myself. Click on the purple piece under the host. What? That's a thing? If on mobile? Chess Nerdbird, shout out. Thank you for that. I had no idea, by the way. I just thought it wasn't available on mobile. So, my bad. Alright, what's going on? We had a Grandmaster draw early. Can't recommend yourself. What does the winner get? A cool $1,000. It's actually amazing. $1,000 for winning this thing. Narrow's gonna wrap up a cool 1,000. So, shout out to Daniel. He's already clinched first. I clinched my first international. No, I clinched 2 of my international master norms with a round to spare. Now that I think about it, actually, every single IM norm that I've gotten in my life, I've clinched after 8 rounds. So basically, I could have essentially lost the last round. And I could have made one. It's actually a very nice feeling to just go into, the 9th round and go, I don't care. In fact, the first IM norm I ever made, had I won, I would have won World Open. So that's kind of a nice place to be. I lost though, by the way. I didn't win World Open. But Danya's gonna win today. It's really a question of who's gonna get second. Dobrov here is grinding. Lenderman and Andrew whoa. Huh? Queen takes d5 check? Excuse me? Rook f2? Lenderman is... Rook f2. There it is. Queen takes f2. King... Yes, queen takes h1. Very nice move. He's up a pawn. He's up on the clock. And the other good thing is his opponent has a bishop. Generally, you hear that a bishop is better than a knight. That's not actually the case here, because all of black's pawns are on the right color square. So he's got a perfect setup, and he's going to slowly grind down Andrew Tang. Hopefully he's going to win. I mean, I can't particularly show any degree of bias, but he's going to play king g5, h5. Andrew's going to try to instigate on the queen side. That's why he's bringing his king over there. But as the time ticks lower, he slowly realizes that he's not happy here. Meanwhile, Georg Meier's got... Oh, this is an opposite color... Wow, this is incredible. Georg Meier is up 3 pawns. 3 pawns. Here. And yet, he might not even be winning. In fact, I don't think he's winning at all. Is he going to play a8? So a8 queen here. Right, this is the idea. So, oh, he didn't play it, though. King d7, interesting. So the idea is that, what? Ah, okay. 1 breakthrough, promotion, and then king takes g4, and then you win. Or h4, yes. Very close. Very close. Josiah, well, okay. I suppose that's, I mean, I was a little bit messed up with my pairings there. Basically, out of all the other opponents, I had clinched it. But yes, I mean, needing a draw. Alexander Lenderman has won. Georg Meier has beaten Hammer. The 5-minute portion is done. 25 games are now in the books. Narrow coolly up top with 20. Lenderman 17. Lenderman clinches second place with a win, and he clinches $750. That is very nice. And to beat Penguin with black, despite not having the color odds, now he gets the white pieces. That's the game to keep an eye on. We will keep an eye on this game, and if Lenderman gets the win right now, he clinches second place. That is not something that I would have thought was going to happen before this event started. That is incredible. Very unexpected, to be honest. Lenderman is good. I'm in no way disparaging his abilities. But in faster time control, yeah, I mean, I have nothing really to add. Because in Bullet, I did not expect him to hold his own. And... So... Yeah, it's quite nice. Wow. And I saw... I saw somebody from the poker community, Anti-Moon, yeah, breaking down the norms. Norms are tough. You know, honestly, one of the craziest things about norms, the easiest way to make an IM and GM norm is to play in a round-robin event, because the nitty-gritty qualifications that you need to fulfill are kind of done for you. For example, you need to play a certain amount of players not from the host federation, or your federation, if you're playing in your home country. When you play an open event, you have no control over the pairings unless you pay off the organizers, which FIDE will then discover, which you will then get in trouble for. And probably they will be not allowed to organize tournaments anymore. So round robins kind of take care of this. And they also take care of, you know, the average rating. Of course, if you're in a score group, at the last norm tournament I played, for instance, somehow, despite having 5 points out of 8, yeah, okay, yeah, that's, yeah, sure. But if you're not, you know, a youth member, Josiah, I had 5 points out of 8 in my last norm event, and I somehow played the second lowest rated 4.5 because of some wacky pairing system. But enough about me. I was honestly more talking about myself, just because this game is relatively boring. And I think Lenderman's just going to play Rook D2 and essentially offer a draw. Queen D2, they're going to trade queens. Is Lenderman... Ooh, no queen trade from Tang. I don't know why, but okay. Wait a second. Paul from SPB is not playing for a draw. Excuse me, Naroditsky's not playing for a draw. Naroditsky has declined a draw. That's really funny. Naroditsky offered a draw with black, but doesn't want one with whites. How very Grandmaster of him. That's hilarious. So, Paul from SPB thought that he was going to get some draws, but he's not. Narrow's back into action. Trying to stomp it out here. Probably the most well-rounded GM for sure. Ah, that's what he said? Okay, got it. So he's playing for the win instead. See if Lenderman's made any progress. Wow, this looks way better than it was, actually. The thing about having a bishop versus a knight in the endgame is you want to disallow two things. One, you want to disallow the knight from having a perch, like to just sit there and be really powerful. On d7, it's very bad. But also, the bishop needs space. And, you know, at the moment, what Andrew Tang is going for is he's giving up a pawn to create a pass pawn, but that's not going to win him the game. In fact, it's just going to lose him the game after queen c4. I mean, he just blundered completely, and he could play king f3, but then f5 could be a bit of a problem. Wow. So Lenderman just has to play this position slowly now, and he's going to beat Andrew. I think he's going to win. Yeah, Andrew just totally blundered there. Forgot about queen takes a6. It's been that kind of day for Andrew, and I mean, in the last round to have a pairing like Len... Ooh, knight f6. That's creative. But just go back to c4, probably. I mean, this is probably the simplest thing to do. Wow, king e2. Lenderman's a good calculator. Let's see. Lenderman up 2 queenside passed pawns. I don't think you can ask for much more, but again, this is not good. This is a very creative defensive move to try to get the knight to an outpost. Lenderman, of course, offers a queen trade. I'm expecting queen g2 or queen h1. Okay, I can play like Andrew Tang. And there goes Lenderman into the tank. Queen f3, queen h2, and just push. a4. Go. Go. Run, Lenderman. What? Okay, I suppose that also makes sense. But why wouldn't you... Okay, anyway. I don't think that's the side of the board that you need to focus on, but... Anyway. There's some tricks. Don't hang knight d4, Lenderman. Whew. No, he hung... Oh! Oh! I thought he hung... Oh! I thought he hung this! But he didn't. He can't go here. Because of the pin. Step ahead. Step ahead. Oh, my. Oh, my. Damn near gave me a panic attack over there. Wow. He's got it all under control. Does he have it all under control, though? I don't like this. He's giving Andrew counterplay. But maybe he's just cold-blooded. Check. Oh, queen. I'm starting to doubt everything Lenderman is doing, but he's still okay. Oh, wait. Why didn't he queen? He was just queening there. Wait, queen f4 followed by b8 queen is just... He just makes a queen here. Oh my goodness. Okay, he sacrifices. He's giving checks. He hung mate. Oh, he hung mate. Oh, what a choke. Oh my. Georg beats Hammer. That's unbelievable. I mean, he just had to... That's just... The safest pre-move in this position is king f1. Because Andrew Tang is pre-moving queen g2. It's not a queen. It's not a queen move. Wow, that's unreal. And here goes bullet. Here goes bullet. Wow, so now Georg Meier is half a point away from Lenderman. Oh, gosh. Andrew is yelling at Hammer. So Lenderman is still in second, but Georg Meier has a chance to catch him, and... if Penguin wins and Georg loses, then there's going to be something... I think it's head-to-head, and I don't remember what the head-to-head was between... Oh, no, Meier won, because I think Meier won the 2 Blitz games. I think. Yes. So Penguin's playing for 4th, essentially. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. But Penguin is... I think Penguin's just going for the flag. I think he's going to keep some pieces on the board. Oh, and Lenderman hangs a pawn. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Narrow's playing... black again. Georg Meier here down 10 seconds. Remember, Georg Meier must win. But Hammer is keeping this very difficult for Hammer. Wait, what? What? Levi, Hammer is keeping this difficult for Meier. Their names sound too similar. Meier, Hammer, they end with the same sound. Ugh. Hammer's making this... What are you even saying? Stop. The tragic thing is this bishop just can never get out. I think this is Hammer's game. Queen f3. The bishop on a1 is miserable. This is not a Georg Meier bishop. It comes down to 1 bullet game for Georg Meier. Vladimir Dobrov has won. Naroditsky has won. Oh. Is that trouble brewing? No, queen g4. Queen h1. Queen h1. Please. Just some move. Georg, please. Wait, Lenderman is... Oh, he's going to win. Andrew Tang wins. And it's coming down to... Well, I mean, I think we have... Yeah. And Hammer has won. Ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the conclusion of Season 2. Thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for Chess.com for hosting it. Oh my. I don't even know. Whew. We got to catch our breath before we send you all to Alexander Botes. Congratulations to Daniel Naroditsky, who is now the 2-time Arena King. 22 out of 27, a dazzling performance. Alexander Lenderman, despite losing all his games, is now still second place. 17 points. Wow. I believe that Georg Meier wins 3rd place on tie breaks. Penguin GM gets 4th. Just a quick reminder to everybody, this is what the prizes look like. For their efforts today, top 10 make the following prizes on the right side. The leaderboard will be updated at the end of the season, and further payouts will be determined. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in Season 3, January 14th. That is when Season 3 is coming. So enjoy the new year. Pro Chess League starts on January 8th. And, well, I mean, I'm speechless. That was an incredible final. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. It was an honor doing the Royal Arena Kings commentary. It was awesome doing this. And, well, I really don't have anything else to add. Thank you everybody today for taking part of the exclamation point charity event. And I guess on behalf of all Chess.com, myself, Danny, all the other folks that have done the Arena Kings commentary. Well, this seems to be the last broadcast of the year, the calendar year. So we will see you in 2019 for more Royal Arena Kings in general. Sending you off to Botes now. Take care, and Happy New Year.